Your dream wasn't to be a rapper.
Mm-mm.
You weren't thinking about that shit at all.
Mm-mm.
So, how did you end up getting into rapping?
I used to go out with all the rappers in the town, like, you know what I'm saying? Just cause who I was, they used to be like, yo, bring cash to, you know.
For protection.
I don't think protection, I would just think it was like to show me a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do now. Sometimes I invite a dude out once until you fuck it up. We're like, he's too crazy. He always arguing with security or some dumb shit. Nah, you stay your ass home. I try to let you have some fun and you fucked it up. So I think that's what it was, because I never experienced nothing. Like, everybody used to be like, oh, Miami. I used to say, Miami? Shit, how Miami is? You know what I'm saying? How's this? How big is? Boom. And so they just, they invited me. A couple of rappers, Fabulous used to invite me out a lot of times. And anyway, I love the attention everybody was getting. You know? Because if you look at a dope boy might have more money than a rapper. You can spend your 10,000 and this rapper don't have to spend nothing.
Right.
And y'all still gonna get to see.
All this stuff wasn't here. We used to play baseball here, hit the ball over the fence. Sometimes it'd go over there in the tree. This is another park and stuff. All right, we're gonna move right along. Yeah, right here, this building right here. See this pathway right here? This is where, you know, I'm admitted. You know, I was on welfare back then. This is where we used to go get the welfare food at. You know, but back then, people used to be ashamed, like, oh no, you got mom's got welfare. All of us had that welfare, that cheese, all of that. But this is where we used to go pick it up. I want to show you right here. You used to go down here, and then you used to have your little plate, your card, and so I was a little kid, but I used to go with my mom. And we used to get the food, and this is where you pick up the welfare food. All right.
I'm the rock squad up, Magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you. Ain't Sinetta. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you. Ain't Sinetta. Off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you. Ain't Sinetta. Off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need.
This is all I have. No, probably that's it. I don't need nothing else for him. He's fucking nuts. And I'm saying all your homies still fuck with Poppy. That's what they call him, Poppy. But his name is, what's his name? Hassan Campbell.
And when I stick heavy dick in that little 12, 13-year-old little bitch, just understand, she ain't a victim. When I fuck your 12-year-old son, 13-year-old son, and then run through your family and fuck all the other children in your family, all of them, how it sound to you? Me getting some oral sex.
What the hell?
From little Kev.
Let's do it one more time, people.
How that sound? Me fucking little Kevy Kev.
Damn, he's still going off. I thought this was
I got some Vaseline, it ain't a problem, Kev. I got some Vaseline, it ain't a problem, Kev. Fucking little Kevy Kev. I got some Vaseline, it ain't a problem, Kev.
He's sick. He's actually sick. Press 9 if you know. If we should excoriate this motherfucker. You gotta look up the word excoriate so you don't think I'm saying something so violent and crazy. Press 9 if you know no one should befriend this asshole. Press 9 if you know This song said 8 plus 1, motherfucker.
Too. You got to make up your mind, nigga. Some of you niggas are trying to be motherfucking pimps and virtuous women too. Some of you niggas are trying to be pimps and be Wendy Williams too. You cannot be the pimping and be Wendy Williams with renegades too. You got to make up your mind what the fuck you gonna do, nigga. You can't do that shit. Is you gonna be the pimping or you gonna sit up there and be a male Jezebel with this motherfucking renegade? Which one you gonna do? Because you cannot be a faggot ass nigga laughing with a faggot ass bitch and still be some pimping. You can't do that. That don't go together. As the scripture says in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter and the 3rd verse, how can two walk together except they be agreed? In other words, you know, how is it, you know what I mean, that this bitch that's a renegade and you on one accord with her? How are you on, she ain't even, she's disloyal and disrespectful to the game. How are you on one accord? How are you laughing and smiling and playing with a bitch that's a renegade? That don't make no motherfucking sense. Some of y'all got hoe partners. Oh, I'm coming through here tonight. Some of you niggas that profess to be pimps got hoe partners. You got all the latest gossip in Vegas, in Miami, in Hawaii, in Chicago.
Now, I said that because you have to understand the Boy Scouts have a purpose. And my whole point to you is that if you want your conversation to matter, you better have a fucking purpose in life. Now, I don't mean have some kind of, you know, grand overall scheme of life that everybody's going to hear and want to accept and just adopt for their scheme because it's so great. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't come in with nothing. Make sure you have some kind of foundation, you know, a purpose that's going to be your foundation. Now, with the knowledge, you know, that you should gain learning, you should be, you know, be learning as you live your life. You know, you should be able to reinforce that you're going to stay out there. If you just out, let's say you're a dude go to work every day and, you know, you go to catch a broad on the weekends or whatever, and all you're doing is just going to catch a broad and you ain't really doing nothing to actually catch a broad, you know, see, your life ain't going to reinforce that you having the right idea. It's not going to reinforce that what you're doing is going to net you abroad. It's going to do the exact opposite. It's just going to do the opposite because if you don't actually learn little things from, don't have to be dating
You her is for you to have some standards that you made for yourself and the women you deal from dealing with women. Let's say you start dealing with this woman and here she comes late. You go to pick her up, she's late. Okay, now one of your things is I ain't gonna be dealing with no woman that can't be on time. I mean, that's simple. But I'm saying there's a lot of things that you can make up. And I'm saying after you get through dealing with her, the next woman you get, you tell her, well, we're going to be, you know, leaving at around, 7 o'clock. And I ain't the kind of cat that want to leave at 7:05 if I said 7 o'clock. Now, shit happened, and I could leave at 7:05, but I ain't going to like it. What I'm saying is now you know that women will be late, so from now on you're keeping every other woman you meet up on this. Everything that you learn from every woman supposed to be part of your conversation with the next woman you have. Why? Because women are like cattle. They have a herd mentality. And no matter where they're from, no matter how many levels they've raised to in their job, they still think like women. So you have to understand that.
when you hear me say stuff like see through muddy water and spot dry land.
I mean, these are definitely the answers that people want to know. They want to.
I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother.
Yeah, but in order for you to get donors, though, you're gonna have to satisfy
these.
No,
I
yes, brother. And how you gonna get donors if you don't if I'm
disagree with you?
Listen, if I'm considering to be a donor, but I have certain questions that I want answered, I feel like that's legitimate.
Can I tell you why that's bullshit?
Why?
Can I?
Go ahead, please.
Respectfully?
Respectfully.
You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't doned up by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter.
No. You can't assume that in the 6 years everybody knows what you're doing.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Let me interject here.
If you ain't donate by now, you ain't gonna donate, and that's all right with me.
But what if they didn't know about it? What if they're just finding out about it?
Hang on. Let me interject. To both of you guys' points. To you, brother Umar. I think what for a lot of people that may be naysayers or detractors.
I don't care about the naysayers.
But listen, hang on. I don't want you to focus on them. But imagine someone who may just be, getting acclimated to your situation. Somebody could just
thinking, and that's what your planned conversation does for you. It lets you think. It promotes thinking. If it don't go as planned, or you don't get the responses that you're looking for, your planned conversation will let you know it. And it's not really planned anyway. Because when you plan a conversation, you don't plan it like a written speech. You just say, well, man, I'm going to talk about this. Point A. The topic is catching. And then in catching, you're going to have the topic is A, catching, and then the subtopic 1 is going to be what you talk about, or how you start or whatever, and then you're going to have 1A, 1B, 2A, 2. You're going to have all these. That's the plan. But ad-libbing the actual conversation, but you're going to follow that plan. You have to do that shit, and you just got to understand, in a pimp situation, you have to play it a little more slicker than what I just said. But as a pimp, you already told about you in the first 3 minutes, and you filter out in 6 minutes, like I said. You see, I'm a time freak, and I ain't fucking with a bitch too long before I get her to the car. I just ain't doing it. While we headed to the car, I'm gonna grab her and pull her towards me, and I'm gonna
be truthful with the bitch from the beginning. If you would have been truthful with the bitch from the beginning, letting her know, I don't have a house, I don't have a car, I don't have no money. This room was a blessing from one of my P partners. I don't have nothing going on. Okay? I don't have anything going on at this particular time. You know what I mean? All I got is this game. And I need somebody right now. I need a woman to fuck with me for me. Because right now, I don't have no glorious situation. All I got is my faith and my game. She said, I just love the way you speak. I could just listen to you all day. I said, I like that because you will. And I ended up, ordering some room service, on the plug and shit like that. We chopped it up, we ate, and we ended up, walking downtown and shit like that. But as we walking up and down downtown, I'm lacing her where I want her to go to get my money. I'm telling her where to go in downtown Chicago to go get my money. You know what I mean? And guess what she went to go do that night because of my brother put me in position to be being a blessing to my pimp. She went out there endeavoring to go get my money. Because of my, so they can go to work, so I can get back to debating about this or that, or talking about this or that, because now I like actually socializing with this bitch. Okay? I done got too comfortable. Way too comfortable. To now where conversation after conversation has transpired and too much laughing and smiling and giggling. And you ain't asked this bitch, you know what I mean? Especially when you know that this particular, because let me say this bitch was checking it. Okay? And I don't mean no small ass shit. Okay, let me make this plain. Let me show you how cold, sinful, fucked up, so you won't fuck up the way I fucked up. When I say this bitch was checking it, because everybody got different definitions of checking it, but this bitch used to have this, and she still has them, to my knowledge. You know what I mean? She had this one trick that every time she seen him, she was getting no less than 20,000. Okay? And sometimes she would go see him, you know what I mean, about sometimes 5-6 times within the month. Because, you know what I mean, he was in and out, you know, the country and moving around and shit like that. You know what I mean? He did sometimes gave the bitch 50,000.
Shout out who you want to shout out, your wife, your family. No, my wife is number one. I love her with all my heart. I'm glad we went through what we went through to make us a better couple. But more than anything, I want to shout out to every one of my correction officer family. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing in those years, okay? They went through the dark ages where all these new officers can relax for all the changes we did. They ain't having 150 slashings no more. You know what I'm saying?
Talk, Bailey!
You know, they doing their thing. I really love my team. That's what I have to say. I love that team, you know? And I had good leaders in front of me, you know, that showed me the way, you know. And one of them, Chief Dash, he was excellent. You know, he was a humble brother. He was a humble, well-respected brother. You know what I'm saying? One of those brothers that was good enough to be a warden to go around the Brooklyn house picking up garbage. He didn't think he was above anything. He went around there going to houses getting raises out. He was a man among men. You know what I'm saying? He kept his square, too. He kept it real for his whole career, you know?
What was his name? Dash?
Dash.
Respect.
Big man.
What happened here?
Oh, that was outside the job. They didn't slash me. I had a sinus issue. Like I said, I got punched twice with no slashing or stabbing, I'm happy to say. You know? But, you know, I kept my wit about myself. I never let my guards down. You know, they took over a block when I was in there with some other supervisors. You know, I saw it going down. I don't know why they didn't see it. They was going to go in their cells, getting weapons out and everything.
Wait, hold on.
And I slid out. No,
Why
Bailey.
are you choosing to say this now?
No, I'm just telling you what happened. I slid.
They rip you off the yard, and then basically you do the rest of your time in like a shoe setting, like a lockdown setting. However, we don't call it the shoe here. So, pretty interesting stuff. I'm not going to get too far into it. I got to refresh my memory on a lot of the stuff that I used to study. I used to study a lot of the AB stuff. I used to try to, you know, we'd get letters and we'd try to, you know, read them. Obviously, they were in all kinds of different writing. So we used to try to translate them into what the hell they were saying. You know, if there was a green light out there. Because there was a lot of piggybacking where they would try to communicate back and forth from Florence Central Unit to Lewis, Tucson Complex, Cimarron unit. As a matter of fact, when we changed over yards and we went from GP to PC, all of our GP inmates went down to Tucson Cimarron, and that was a level 4 yard. So we were a level 4 GP yard. So shit used to go down. Not often. We were a pretty damn good GP level 4 yard. I was never intimidated to come to work, never afraid. That's just not my personality. But I used to like to come to work. I did work down in the max unit, but I used to come up.
A lot of you think this just because you profess to be a man of God or you profess to be a minister that the woman of God or just your woman or wife, period, is supposed to respect you without a life that you're living in front of her. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a hypocrite, if you're basically engaging in any type of hypocrisy, I'm here to let you know that woman does not respect you. She actually despises you. So with that being said, as a matter of fact, just to give an example, because we're like, what? I've had the opportunities in times past in the days of my youth to attend many congregations and see different representations of denominations, and all of them were on one accord as far as this goes. I've seen some ministers, they were dynamic behind the pulpit. They gave some very profound messages. They tore down Babylon. They gave you some revelations. And with the dynamic ministry that they had or appeared to have, you would have thought that this person was perfect. And like I always say, if you think a person is perfect, it's because you don't know their ass. But at the same particular time, when you saw this minister or this pastor or this great motivational and inspirational speaker, you swore up and down, man, this guy is the embodiment of godliness. Man, who is his wife? And then when you see his wife, but if you haven't been a living solution, you can't really complain about her being a problem, because by you not being a living solution, you are a living problem. You help her problems exacerbate. She can't be serious about anything that you talking about. Why? Because you ain't even serious about nothing that you talking about. You just talking. It's time to get serious. For those of you that are not in the lifestyle of Pimp and Horn, this information is so impeccable that it's even applicable to what you do. As a man, you want to improve your woman. You want to be the headship of that woman. You are a leader. If that woman don't make it to the finish line, you got to always take accountability of it being your fault. Why? Because you're a man. And that's what a motherfucking man does. Taking accountability, even when it's not your fault, it's your fault. Why? Because you're a man. Because you're a man. It's your job to get her to the finish line. It's your job to help her. That woman is the running back, and you're basically the offensive line. You protecting her from all the adversities and difficulties of life. When situations come, you knocking them down so she can keep on running.
And I get stuck. And some people be like, oh, Saul don't know what the fuck he talking about. Saul lost. Saul's crazy. No, I'm not crazy. Y'all just don't understand. But it's all good. And I don't want nobody feeling none of that shit. It's all good, though. But fuck it.
People are negative, bro.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
It's L Boogie from Hartford.
All right. What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, sir, I don't know why y'all waste your time with these people with the Bible.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not a waste of time because people that be listening learn something, because you're going to hear some crazy stuff. That's why I do it.
And I asked the Bible something in my family. God killed 2.8 million people in the Bible, but kept the devil alive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, brother.
And they come up with some crazy shit on why he did that.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, why didn't they God just make Mary do everything Jesus? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Polite, talk to him.
What's that? What's good?
Yeah. Then you ask him how come God didn't just make Mary
to go live. I don't know why the fuck he did that. But he like, yeah, fuck you squares. And see, that lets you know that he don't, that's why motherfuckers don't understand why they don't get blessed in ways like I get blessed or ways that sinful get blessed. You know what I mean? Because like me, I would never say no shit like fuck you squares. Why would I say that? Like who says that? You know what I mean? It's a motherfucker that's weak in some type of way, so he gonna take a shot at the squares, you know what I mean, try to borrow some strength from the squares. He's just a desperate motherfucker. He drowning. He just reaching for everything. Yeah. Fuck you squares. Oh yeah, he just sinking down. Yeah. 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 I don't trust nobody. I trust Johnny Cash. I trust me. You don't even fuck with yourself. You know you're not even a nigga to trust, man. You don't even trust your motherfucking self. That's why you don't trust nobody. You right about that. You don't trust nobody. But it's not because of everybody else. It's because you's a slime ball ass nigga and you're not nobody to trust, nigga. That's why you don't trust nobody. Because you think everybody is like you. But see, this whole situation right here is showing you, nigga, if ain't nobody else like you, nigga, is Sinful and Freeze. Sinful and Freeze
With us back to Africa, which led to a very long, very comprehensive civil war between the returning African from America and the indigenous African in Liberia. And that split still exists to this very day in Liberia, where I have been, to the point where if you have an English last name in Liberia, so I'm Ifatunde, but formerly Johnson. If I go to Liberia with Umar Johnson, there's going to be a certain privilege attached to my last name because it suggests that I am an American Liberian. I am an American Liberian, meaning one of the descendants of those who came back from America. That schism is still alive in Liberia today, which is why, although I am a Pan-Africanist and I am a repatriationist, we have to be careful with regard to who we take back to Africa. I don't want every Negro in America going back to Africa, nor did Garvey preach that. That is another misunderstanding about the Garvey movement. Garvey never said all Africans should go back home. In fact, he said, quote, some of you are no good right here in America and will likewise be no good in Africa. No Pan-Africanist ever wanted to take every black person back to Africa. By the way, there was never a back to Africa movement.
So let's keep giving each other, you know what I mean, these mental climaxes, you know what I mean, for right now. And when the time is right, you know what I mean, we can bless each other and give each other the best emotional, spiritual, you know what I mean, mental and physical safari that we've ever had. You know what I mean? We probably 9 out of 10 end up coming at the same damn time. And you know what I mean, that's better than anything, you know? So, no, you know, I appreciate the offer and I would love to go there. But due to the fact that I value you and I value what we can potentially have, I don't want to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, but no, you know, good looking though. And if you carry yourself like that, that woman will look like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Because you was able to bring your lust into subjection. You was able to deny yourself. You know what I mean? You said, instead of me having my pleasures for a moment, let me start a movement in the mind of this woman. You know what I mean? You a bad motherfucker. You a badass. You that nigga, man. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why we got to abstain from anything that can hinder us from being great. We got to, abstain from listening to ignorance, watching ignorance. We have to observe things that's going to add on to our intelligence.
And as I say, go to the artifacts.
Right.
Sometimes you have to deal in theory. Sometimes you have to deal in theory because you're short on evidence. We're not short on evidence when you're dealing with the origin of man. Go to the artifacts.
Absolutely. Let's just acknowledge the Queen Rod Digger real quick.
Rod Digger in the building.
Peace, guys.
Looking beautiful.
I apologize for being late. I was actually double booked. I just got finished doing something with the brother Muta Ali that directed the Yusef Hawkins documentary for HBO, and he was actually a guest on our Godcast. So it was nice to talk to him after the documentary.
Oh, that's right,
released.
Muta Ali. That's right. Yes, our brother.
Yes, I was just doing something with him on a Zoom, and I was just curious to know, like, what were some of the after effects. I mean, most notably, it came to light that Patty Duke, who was,
his punk ass was working at High 97 the whole time, and he was one of the killers of Yusef Hawkins, and they was harboring this fugitive ass up there for 20 years. You heard about that, brother?
Yes, I did. Somewhat. Yes, I did.
That was some nonsense.
But peace to you. I'm so happy to have you. You're here with us this evening.
Nothing in there. You feel me? But it's cool though. They got the full court. Popping. You know what I mean? You may go in there and catch yourself on a couple of shoes. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you ain't finna really go in there and really splurge. Well, at least I never did, you know what I mean? They ain't never got nothing, you know what I'm saying? You go in the mall, it's dry, it be barely people in there, but you do gotta watch out for the bloods who be up in there though, you feel me? They be politicking and tripping, so you gotta be careful. But on this particular day, I was getting my phone turned on, I had the iPhone 6, if I could find it. I was out of commission for a few months, you know what I'm saying? Due to some private reasons, you know what I mean? Your boy's out of commission for a few months, so I ain't had no phone. So my auntie took the burden, you feel me? She like, hey, look, I'ma hook it up, you know what I mean? I'ma put you on my plan and get you this phone. I'ma turn your phone on. So I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Good looking for the alley-oop. On my mama, auntie, I'm forever in debt. I love you to death. She knows she Auntie Jennifer, man. She know I'm forever in debt with her, man. But anyway, you feel me? Your boy was at the mall, man. And you know when you go to the mall, you don't want to look too dusty, you feel me? So I was fresh out of school uniform, but I took off my button up because, it was relaxed. It was a white relaxed, y'all know my uniform. White relaxed starch button up with a relaxed stripe tee. No, relaxed stripe tie. It's relaxed striped tie, you feel me? I had that on, you feel me? So, I was looking a little crazy, man, you know what I'm saying? But look, first things first, when we got in the mall, I didn't even feel the vibe wasn't right. Like the vibe, the vibe. I didn't feel the vibe.
We did. Gucci, out of all of them, is the most popular as far as being bootleg. So when you create this thing where people don't want to wear Gucci, now people ain't going to buy the bootleg. So now you slow down the bootleg market on Gucci. We get that out the way, because they get bootleg crazily. They're one of the number one luxury clothing companies or clothing brands that get bootleg. So now what you've done, you created an opportunity for them to slow down the bootleg market, because what black people look like buying the bootleg Gucci when everybody's saying don't buy no bootleg Gucci, don't buy no Gucci, because black people could buy the bootleg more than they could buy the expensive one. And now you're on a feel away when I say that. Black people are not buying. Gucci is for wealthy people.
You may have something to wear on the weekend to go to the club. You may have 4 or 5 articles of clothing you worked on within the last year or 2. But it's not the type of thing that you're buying day to day unless you're wealthy. And if you're buying it that much and you live in the projects or you lower income or have a median income of 50 grand less, 60 grand less, 80 grand less, you shouldn't be buying in the first damn place because you can't afford it even if you bought it. So that's what I mean by it. So I'm not shitting on black people, but you know, the people that can buy Gucci quite consistent, the people buy the fake one, right? And so we want to get them out of here. So now you done eliminated the bootleg market. And then what you're doing is you're redirecting sales to the other ones to draw more attention. So now people are starting to buy Balenciaga more and Saint Laurent more.
We did communicate. That's Sinetta.
I apologize to Brother Polite. I apologize to Brother Polite. I never spoke to Polite. I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out.
I'm not sorry for what I have said. How many of you heard that in the comment? I apologize to Brother Polite. I apologize to Brother Polite. Where you get that from? I never spoke to Polite. Where you get that from? I never spoke to Polite. You see that? You see how gullible niggas are? See, shaking my head, backtracking. That's what he, listen to it. I want y'all to see the people in the chat room that's doing that. You see? I don't regret what I said out my mouth. I'm not taking anything back what I said about Polite. See, shaking my head, backtracking.
But since we throwing shit out there, I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. He almost got that statutory. Like you said, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, you know, for the time being. But I will say this: it was insinuated by Sinetta when he referred to him as Little York. Now, I heard from another source. This wasn't from Sinetta, but I heard from another source that that is actually true. What they speaking of about, you know, this relationship with his supposed daughter.
Right. You know what I mean? Because how is that person moving? Like, yeah, they telling you they want this and this and this, but are they moving like that's what they want?
That's true. Lesson learned.
And if they not, then I just fall back. You know what I mean? Because I can't want more for you than what you want
for yourself. That's very fucking true. I don't know. I just feel like
here. What's up?
Oh, fucking brother. Oh God. You know she had to throw in something about herself. Drea, one thing about Drea, she's not gonna let the conversation go too long without her saying about anything about herself.
Because why would I? Why would I do that?
All right. Yeah, so I really wanted to talk about that. And then a lot of the times, and another thing, I want to talk about the 85 South show again. We supposed to be, it's a girl code. We supposed to stand by each other. 85 South show is a show by niggas for niggas. Why the fuck is you hoes in the comments going in on us? Bitch, we supposed to be on the same team.
Give me examples.
We out here advocating for y'all.
What was they saying?
Just, these hoes is dumb. They ain't talking about shit. Yeah. Bitch, we getting drunk. Nigga, he rolling up with, what do y'all want us to talk about? What? Fucking Mars and Venus and mathematics?
What the fuck? Well, I saw some of those comments too, and I thought it was strange because it's kind of like, well, if we ain't talking about nothing, these niggas ain't talking about nothing either, because we all talk about the same shit.
We all talking about.
But ironically, y'all want to attack us. Why? Because we guests on the show.
start recording. All right, so yo, tell me your name and let the people know where you from, and tell me a little about your history over here in Sumner.
My name is Alfred Brody. Most people know me as Neil with knowledge, I'm from Sumner Projects, Bedford-Stuyvesant. This is where I grew up at, right here. Sumner Projects. My mom's moved here. My mother moved here when the project was first built, so we were the first in my apartment. And back then it was good growing up. There was a lot of love. Parents looked out for other parents' kids. You could get a beating by somebody else's mom if they saw you doing something wrong. Life was more carefree back then. They didn't have all the guns. We used to come outside, play Skelly. Yeah. Coco Livio, Johnny on the Pony. Tag. We used to take, in the summertime, when it used to be hot. Growing up, life was more carefree back then. In the summertime, we used to when it get hot, we used to go upstairs, get our wrench, open up the Johnny pumps. And then we would look in the garbage can, get a can. So, take the top of the can off. We couldn't go upstairs and get a can opener because Mom would be like, yo, what you doing? So what we used to do, we used to take the can and put it on the ground. The ground similar to this. This ground right here. And then we just start scraping the can back and forth until the top come off. We do it on both sides. Now we got a can to spray each other. We used to spray cars, the buses, when they used to come by. These are the things I did as a kid. But since I came home from doing time, 33 years to be exact, but I'll get into that later on. But coming home, I'm seeing how the neighborhood changed. Regentrification. There's a lot of white people around here now. I'm not against them, but I just want y'all to look at one thing. I'm sitting in the Sumner Project right now. I would like to take the camera and look over here. I want to show y'all something that wasn't here before. You see this cop car right here? See this cop car right here? Yeah. When I was growing up, there was no cops around here like this. They stay here all day, all night. They never leave. And you know what that is? You got more white people around here. And
so, let me ask you, so growing up, was it any crime in this area? Was this like a high crime area?
There was a lot of crime. And my stupid ass, I'm going to say stupid, I participated, I played a part in that.
So it wasn't too many police in this neighborhood when the crime was going on?
Police, but we knew who the housing police was. And they were stationed way over there. It wasn't like they was always walking around. They'd come around once in a while, see us shooting dice and throw the sticks at us and we run. So we used to shoot a lot of dice back then.
So what made you start getting into crime? Tell me about the first time you did your first crime.
At a young age, I always liked to dress. So my mom's, back then sneakers used to cost like $7 a pair of Converses. Pro Kids, $8.99. My moms couldn't afford it. I grew up in the 60s and the early 70s. So what I used to do, I used to go to supermarkets, pack bags. On Sunday, I buy the newspaper, the Sunday newspaper, sell them, make about a 10-cent profit. That was money back then. And I used to take that money and buy me a pair of Converse. Because I didn't like the sneakers that my mom's bought me. Even though my mom's worked hard and she did what she had to do, I'm not denying that. My mom was a good mom. She never committed a crime in her life. It's just that I wanted more. But the key to me wanting more, I didn't want to get more the right way. I wanted to go over things, go over hurdles and I'm gonna start robbing people.
So tell me when you did your first robbery.
My first robbery was like a yoke. Me and my man Sam, he lived over here. He's a sergeant now in the Air Force. He retired.
He's a sergeant?
Yeah, so
he went the right way.
Yeah, he went the right way.
He did the right thing. So what deterred you? What made you get into,
What made me get into it and continue? Because we used to do stuff when we was young, like 11 and 12 years old. We used to go around yoking people, taking their money and wallets and stuff. But then I started graduating to this. To the
guns?
Yeah, I started graduating. You know, but my first gun was a fake gun that I bought in the store. I'm a little kid, 11 years old. I bought a little fake gun that looked like it was real, you know, doing stuff with it, you know. Then I graduated to the real guns, and that's where my life went downhill, you know. So just to go up a little bit more, you know, I'm doing stick-ups and I wound up catching a body. You know?
All right, so after you caught a body, meaning you killed somebody,
which I deeply regret. First, let me say one thing. I deeply regret that to this day. I want to express this right now that I deeply regret the innocent man's life that I took, you know, through the course of the robbery. I deeply regret that. However, I paid my debt to society like they say. I did time. I did 33 years.
How much time you did?
33. But I got sentenced to 27 to life on that homicide.
Yeah.
Felony homicide. And I got sentenced to 2 to 4 for another case in another borough. They ran it consecutive, meaning it wasn't together. So therefore I had 27 to life. I went to prison at the age of 21, right? I went to my first parole board at the age of 48. So from a young age of 21 all the way to 48, all I knew was prison. I grew up in there. Now I went to my first board at the age of 48, got hit with 2 years. You know, but I ain't know.
Before you get into that, hold on, before you go into that, just tell me about when you first went into prison. You went to, what jail you went to?
When I got arrested, I went to Brooklyn House of Detention, 275 Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
I went there, and then from there,
what was that experience like?
Oh, that experience, all right. It was basically what you heard in the streets. Go to jail, fighting, you know what I'm saying? 52. All that crazy. I was out back then.
So you know the guy 52 blocks?
I don't really know him, but I'm just saying that what was going on, because I don't like to say I know people and I don't know. Like, people say they know me, they don't really know me, they just heard about me.
Yeah.
But I had that a lot, not trying to brag or nothing, but that happens to me a lot. Yo, I know Niels, I know Niles, I know his brother, but they just heard of us. You follow what I'm saying? Not trying to act like I'm all that, but you know, they just heard of us. There's only a few people that I really relate to on my real brothers. Other people is just associates. All right?
Okay, so you went to Brooklyn House.
Yes.
You went there, you fighting, you getting in trouble. Going back and forth to court.
Going back and forth to court, you know, and instead of taking the 10 to 20 that they offered me 10 to 20.
Okay.
You know, for that case, the homicide and the robbery. No, the gun possession, right? But I didn't want to take it because I was 21. I said, damn, 10 years? I'm going to be 31 years old. I thought that was some old man shit. I said, man, I'm going to be an old man. And I've just left the streets. I said, no. Went to trial. Lou.
All right, so then you blow trial. I know you upset, you frustrated, you sad, you don't know what the fuck, you don't know what you're going through mentally. And then, so let's say you go downstate. Tell me about downstate.
Okay. I went to downstate, was brand new back then. You know, I went to downstate, you know, you had to take the showers, all that, they cut your hair. You know what I'm saying? They cut your hair and stuff. You know, after that, I'm in my cell. So now they got to give me my paperwork as far as saying when I'm going to go to the parole board. You know, so one day, police come to my cell, knock on the window, and he slid thing under the door. He said, yo, here go your paperwork. So when I got the paperwork, he's still at the gate. You know what this police told me?
What?
He said, yo, when you go to the parole board, they're gonna have spaceships. Mind you, this was in 1981 when I got my really to see when I'm gonna go to the parole board. Really calculating it. They gave me that piece of paper in downstate. And when the police said that, I went and sat on my bed. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like a little tear came from my eye. Because here I am, a young man with my whole life in front of me, wasted. Not going to see the parole board till the age of 48. You know, I knew how the street life was, and I wasn't like, not up on what happens in prison, because I lived that type of life in the streets. And therefore, you got to be the same way you was in the streets when you go to prison. Some people don't be like that. They get in prison, they one way in the streets. They get in prison, dudes is taking advantage of them, slapping them up. They can't wear jewelry, they can't have nothing.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You wore jewelry in prison?
I wore jewelry, all of that. I got pictures with it and everything. And I was young when I came through too. But mind you, me wearing that, I was still on point watching anybody because I was a stick-up kid. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could get had.
So nobody never tried you?
Nah, nobody never tried me for it.
Okay, let me ask you something. What
dudes might have had, let me say one thing, not to interrupt you. Dudes might have, in their mind, because I remember one time, Head Cabeza, my man Head, he had told me one time I came to Clinton, me and him, that's my boy. He said, yo, now, when I first saw you came down the company, you was walking, you had your shit. He said he was looking at me, he was scheming. He was saying, damn. But I told him after me and him got across, I said, yo, Head, check it out. I don't blame nobody for having entertaining them type of thoughts, because I did that at one time. But it's what's gonna happen afterwards, how I'm gonna go out. Anybody could get had, anybody get stabbed, but I'm not gonna run. That's one thing, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna go out. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So we talked and laughed about that. Then when I came to the yard, certain other dudes, they saw all the people gravitating towards me.
What prison is this?
This was in Clinton.
Clinton?
Yeah. I was in Clinton like about 3 times back and forth. But they saw people gravitating toward me like, you know, like when I land in prison, not the man, kites get sent to me. Yo, Neil's he over there with you? Yo, give him this. Dudes coming to my cell. I'm still on quarantine, your man told me to drop this net bag in front of your cell. I'm like, yo, hold up, man, yo, I gotta lock y'all right. I see what it is, so I'm taking everything out the net bag one by one. It's too much to fit through the hole of the cell. Yeah. Then I got a cat, yo, this for you, Neil, come on. Yo, man, when you come out, I got a knife for anybody, your enemies. So I'm just saying, you know, I got love from people who are my real comrades. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't nowhere I went that I really had any problem unless I caused it on myself.
So tell me about some of the dudes who are your comrades, who the official real dudes, because a lot of these guys be doing these interviews and dropping names. You was there with them, you know them. You one of the official
Shakim is my motherfucking boy. Shakim. Brown, Shakim, that's my boy. Black Knowledge, he home right now, his nephew. That's my motherfucking boy. You follow what I'm saying? It's mad, I could just, Barshawn, little Barshawn, that's my boy. Boxing Shabar, that's my boy. Old Timer Farmer, that's my boy from Marcy Project. That's family right there. These are known legends in and out of prison. Ivan from Manhattan, that's my boy. I just saw him 2 months ago. We was at the Beacon Theater, and we took pictures. I ain't seen Ivan. The last time I saw him, he was at Shorty King funeral. Shorty King, rest in peace. That's my boy. Monk, anybody you could name that's about some Cadillac, rest in peace. No Stickman upstate. Ron Du Bolden. You know, his brother Ernest Bolden, my man, died, rest in peace. I know people
Ron Du Bolden, who's that?
That's one of the Bolden brothers that had something to do with that shit that they But they made that movie based on Paid in Full.
Oh, with AZ?
Yeah,
oh,
AZ,
he's one of the dudes
that they said.
Okay.
I don't really know all the stuff, but they alleged that. But that's my boy right there. That's what he's supposed to be in there for. Which I know dudes snitched on him. And one thing I don't fuck with no rats. That's one thing, I don't fuck with no rats at all. And nobody in my family fuck with rats. And if you a rat, I don't care if you had a name for back in the days, like doing shit and busting your gun, all that shit is erased once you rat. You follow what I'm saying? Because that's telling me that you been had that rat shit in you. You know what I'm saying? Just that now, when you see your back up against the wall, fuck it, let me tell I want to get out of that. And know what frustrates me a lot too? A lot of people, they do time, right? I'm talking about at least over 10 years, come home, right? And guess what? They feel they can get back into the same lifestyle. Me, I took heed to that. Because during my 33 years, I saw countless dudes, brothers, come back and forth to prison that did over 10 and 15 years. So I took heed to that. And when I asked them, yo, how many y'all, yo, what you back for? Yo, Nils, man, ain't nothing out there, man, it's hard. So I kept saying, damn, and I'm walking around, my family stayed, I stayed on a visit. Anybody that know me, I stayed on the visit. I did my little thing in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to get into it right now, but dudes know, I did my little thing in there, but the dudes that be coming back, I always ask them, yo, why you couldn't survive out there? They said there's nothing out there. So I kept saying to myself, let me get my chance. So finally, after getting hit with 6 years at the parole board, each time I went back 2, they finally let me go. And guess what? When I came home, I had no skills. But guess what? I learned from every last person I saw that came back and told me it was nothing out here. I said, I'm gonna make something out here for me. Because if I can survive in prison working in the mess hall for 25 cents a fucking day, excuse my language, I could come out here and work at McDonald's. I could come out here and work at McDonald's. But I didn't work at McDonald's. Know what I did? I went to school and got my CDL license. Got my CDL license. I went to Ferrari training, driving school, and got my CDL license. Because when I came home, for me being in prison acting up for them 33 years, I ain't had no skills. I could have been a drug counselor. I said I could be a drug counselor. I know about drugs. I don't fuck with drugs no more, but I know about drugs when I used to indulge, which I've been stopped. But however, I said, nah, I don't want to be no drug counselor. I don't feel like going to college and all this learning.
So what was the first job you got when you came home?
All right, the first job I got driving the bus working for Brooklyn Transportation.
Oh, you used to drive a school bus?
I know. I used to drive the bus for people that got disabilities.
Oh, okay.
Taking them to and from, picking them up at their house and taking them to the program. Right? Once I take them to the program, my day is over with. I can go chill out. Come back 4 hours later, around 3 or 2 o'clock, pick them up, take them home. My day is over with.
All right, hold on. Before we go, we jumping ahead. Let's go back a bit. You in prison. You doing this time. You got over 30 years to do. Tell me about any incidents that you had or any problems that you encountered.
The main problem that I had that I regret, I had mad other problems where I was always on top. But the one that I regret, it was an individual named Terrence Rice. Money, right? From Brownsville, East New York. Let me go back a little bit. Me and Money, we was cool. I'm gonna keep it, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was cool. But our first encounter wasn't a good encounter in the streets. You know, anybody that know the story, Money, he could verify this. Other people talk. But anyway, I'm on the train. This is around 1978. I'm on the train coming from Coney Island. Man, I always like to wear jewelry. Anybody tell you, look at all my pictures in the 70s when dudes couldn't even wear. You had to be somebody to wear jewelry. I always kept a joint on me, which is my past, which I regret. But I want to tell a full story about me as an individual. I'm on the train around 1978. Man, jewelry on. Boulevard watch, one finger knowledge ring, chilling. Falling asleep, cause I just left a female. I should have took a cab. Falling asleep, cause I just left this female here. It's early in the morning, around maybe 12 or 1. And I see these young guys looking at me. And one of them happened to be Terrence Rice, Money. They was looking at me, they was on the train. So, I ain't know who it was at that time, his name, I found out later. So I'm closing my eyes, every time I open my eyes, the door open, I see them looking at me. So one particular stop, I forgot to open my eyes. My eyes were shut, and somebody grabbed my shit, and pow! Grabbed one of my joints and ran. I opened my eyes, because that's a natural reaction. Somebody yanked your shit, and I had a Cuban chain on too. Back then, hardly nobody was wearing it, only a few. So as the train doors was about to close, I jumped up. Had my 2 hands like this holding it. See, I ain't know, I always been about this size. I never was a big dude, but I got a big heart. My heart is like the size of a ton. So now I'm holding the door. They running, it's about 5 of them. So I kept my eye on the one that I saw last leaving with my chain in his hand and my medallion. So the door's open. Pull my joint up, start running, chasing them. They split up. So, like I said, I ain't know the dude name was Money at this time. Money runs into this building. In Marlboro Project, he ran into this building. So, when he ran into the building, I'm jumping the chain and the fence, chasing these little shorties and shit. He ran in the building, but he was a few feet ahead of me. So now when I came to the building to open the door, to run in, this big dude, I ran right into his bitch, it's like he was coming out, I was coming in. Boom, I said, man, get out the way, man. I got my joint in my hand. I'm mad, motherfuckers just robbed me. So I looked up, and dude said, yo, Nas, what's up? I said, oh shit, Ramel. I knew somebody out there. See what I'm saying? Because I'm like a well-known dude and a likable dude, and I'm loyal too. That's one thing, I'm loyal. So now I said, yo, Ramel, yo, dude just snatched my shit. He said, yo, chill, I know who it is. I said, good. I said, you better give me my shit so we get on the elevator. Now I'm happy, thank God. Because the dude, Shorty done left me. He would've ran up the steps. I ain't know where he went to. So now we go in the elevator. So I'm telling my man Ramel, I said, yo, this is my word. He said, chill, you gonna get your shit. I know the door, I know the money. So he knocked on the door. Boom, I'm on the side. The dude's sister come to the door. I think it was his sister, female. So my man Ramel said, yo, where your brother at? Oh, my brother not here. So he said, yo, I just saw your brother ran in the building. My man was right behind him. My man said he snatched his shit on the chain. My mind just to do Money, Terrence Rice, which I'm going to get into more of the story dealing with me and him. So now, she closes the door. Because I started breaking. I said, yo, your brother in there, I better get my shit, blah, 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 I'm going off. So now, she closed the door. An elder lady comes to the door, which is, I think, the moms or something. She come to the door. So now my man, Ramel, he said, yo, chill now. Let me talk to her. So he said, then I'm telling her, yo, look, miss, I was on the train. They snatched my shit, boom, boom. So here, make a long story short, she closed the door, opened the door back up. Boom, here go your shit. She gave me my shit. What's up, fam? All right. She give me my shit. Give me back my jewels. So I'm happy. Then I see Shorty, Money in the background. I'm just looking at him. I'm like, so now when we leave, I go up to my man Ramel quick. We chill out for a little while. I said, yo, they lucky I got my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to come back. I'm on some revengeful shit. Anybody will tell you that shit.
Okay, fast forward.
All right, now fast forward. I'm in prison. I see Money. Boom. This before he went home. I see Money. We cool. Boom. He go home. He give me his address. Some Bristol Street. Some shit like that. Yo, stay in touch with me when you go home. I got you, Neil. He ain't stay in touch. Now he comes back. Boom. I'm still in there. Cause I had 27. I'm like, now he comes back. I heard for shooting at some cops. I don't know the case for this, but he came back with a lot of time. I think 75 to life. So anyway, he comes back. So I see him. What's it? I think Attica. Yeah, I see him in Attica. So he there before me. So dudes was like, he was doing his numbers, but I see like dudes had him under the wing because he was getting that medicine. You know, this is that product. Dudes had him under the wing. So now I come there because me and him had incident in the street with me. I said, what's up? Plus he went home, we got cool. I said, what's up? He ain't nothing. So what I did, slowly but surely, I snatched him from all them dudes. All of them. I had him giving me everything now. You know what I'm saying? From all of them dudes. Anybody can tell you that was there. Slide, from Marcy Thug, he was there, all of them. I snatched him. Boom. So now he with me, we doing our numbers, he going to giving me shit, I'm taking care of the business, but this is what I was doing back then. You know, it's no longer part of my life, but I'm just giving you a history on me. So he giving me shit, I'm making the money, boy, saying to his people, so now, being that we got thirsty dudes in jail that always try to put batteries in people back, but they ain't gonna say to my face, yo man, you shouldn't be fucking with Neil. So slowly but surely, I started seeing money, like talking to certain dudes in the yard. And then one day he told me, yo, Nils, yo, man, yo, my girl don't want to do shit no more, bring shit in no more. Now, mind you, I'm in my 20s, I'm young back then, you know what I'm saying, my late 20s. I'm like, yo, man, come on, man, we gotta eat, man. So then I said, yo, fuck it, let me see if I can get somebody to hit your girl, being that she don't want to bring it in and shit, but on. So he said, now I'm gonna pull back. So mind you, I'm from the streets, I know it, Charles. I said, yeah, these motherfuckers, I see him talking to certain dudes, and they probably mad. I don't care if he blessing them, as long as you give me shit where I can make my paper and make sure you get some, I'm happy, I'm not trying to. So now I see he trying to pull away from me. So at that instant, when I told him, yo, look, man, could my people hit your people off with something to breathe? So once he said no, I punched him in the face. Everybody that was out there, Big Roll, Dead on Road, rest in peace, he was out there. I punched him in the face and Attica, y'all, boom, just like that. And he held it down and walked away. So everybody in the yard, they saw it. Good thing the police in the Attica Tower, he ain't see it. So now dudes is coming to me, yo, Neil, what's up, man? I said, this piece of shit trying to pull back. I know what it is. These motherfuckers out here is telling that nigga shit, trying to pull him away from me. They don't know. He out of here. He's going to be the fuck out of here. That's how I was living back then. Dudes would tell you, he's out of here. So now, nighttime come, we go in, no police button. It's all right, y'all is closed. Everybody line up. Everybody look, dudes looking at me, knowing what I just did. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. So now it's time to go in. So now when we go in, I told my man, yo, bring a joint out tonight and bring a whatchamacallit, bring a razor, bring a gun out, right? You bring it out. So we come to the yard. So now it's already in the air what happened earlier. So now we in the yard. It's night wreck now. We in the yard. So I see the dude Money. You know, Terrence Rice, yo, street name Money. So I call him. I said, yo, Money, come here, let me talk to you. So he's like, yo, Nils, that's fucked up, man. You punched me in the face in front of everybody. Yo, me, you probably, I'm gonna tell you what he said, yo, we gonna have to fight later on, you know, just so I can save face. So I'm looking at this dude, I'm saying in my mind, you bitch ass motherfucker, why the fuck, when I swung, you ain't swung back? Even if you lose, you swing back, motherfucker. I'm saying this in my mind, but I'm not telling them that. So now I said to myself, yeah, he's fucking out of here now, he's out of here. So what I did, I already had a razor on me. So while I'm talking to him, I wanted to wait till it get a little bit more to the first going. It got darker. So they said, all right, early going. So he said, yo, Neil, I said, hey, man, stay out, man. We finished talking, man. Fuck all these niggas looking at us, man. Yo, boom. So I'm talking to him, boom. So now, early in went in. So I'm looking at him, and I'm lining him up. I got the draw, I took the shit out of I had a hood on, and I had the razor right here, so I took the shit out of my shit, and I had a knife on my side. Just in case if he was strapped, so this nigga probably be strapped, I don't punch him in the face, I know he's strapped. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled the razor out. I looked up at the tower. I ain't see the police. Wow! Cut him right in the face. Boom. So when I cut him, jumped back and touched his face, but he's a light-skinned motherfucker, and I saw the blood on his hand. But then I reached to grab my knife, I pulled it, I had it on his side like this. I didn't want to do it from the tower, and I don't know if anybody saw that little shit because it was fast, and he didn't react, so therefore the police might have gone, and ain't no reaction, or it must be nothing over there. So the police didn't see it, so I said, yeah, good. But I still had the knife just in case he pulled out a knife. Know what he did? He walked across the yard. Everybody that was there, he walked across the yard. Went right to the first he leaned against the wall. And I see some dude talk to him, and then I saw him knock on the bubble, and they took them in. So I said, oh shit, I hope he don't tell. So what I did, passed the knife off. You know, I had loyal motherfucker, yo, get rid of the knife. Stuff them shits in the dirt. Got rid of the knife. Alright, yard is closed. Cause they know somebody got cut. Boom. And then we go in, they gonna be searching motherfucker. So they did that, search certain dudes, they ain't find shit. Next day, boom. Mess hall, I'm in Attica mess hall. I see dudes from different blocks. My little man Muggsy. Yo, Neil, what's up over there on C-Ron? I said, ain't no, what's up? Man, who you sending niggas out over there? I said, nah, man, who told you that shit? So dudes is talking, you know, in jail shit happens, you know, somebody may go to sick call, yo, what's his name here, what's his name last night? Boom, but I ain't getting knocked for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's for ratting like a motherfucker in prison. I ain't getting knocked. Everybody know I did that shit.
So he never ratted on
Nah,
you?
he never ratted. But he did what he did do. He put my two brothers on his enemy list. My brothers got the papers from their counselor. I'm gonna get into that later on. But I had two brothers in the system. Alright, so now, he didn't rat on me per se right there where I could see paperwork saying it. So now, boom, next day come. You know, jail going as normal. So now, I'm gonna go up some. So a couple of years later, I forgot, I mean, it might have been 5 or 7 years or something later, I see him again. He comes to Clinton. Now I'm there first, mind you, I'm there first. Mind you, I cut him, he ran. So, you know, I'm gonna take full credit. I blame myself for what I'm about to tell y'all next. He comes there, right? So, he said, yo, man, money in. Then I saw him in the mess hall. So he said, yo, Neil, I want to talk to you, man. Yo, let's leave that shit alone. So I'm looking at him. So knowing, since I've been down, my record been clean. Never got hit or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I played myself, acting stupid. What I did, all right, yo, come to the yard. Boom. So now, mind you, they say, look, so I had a razor on me. What I should have gunned him down as soon as I saw the nigga in the mess, so I'm gonna keep it official with you. But me being so fucking, you know, thinking nothing can happen to me, that's why I'm gonna say, yeah, you know, I think nothing can happen, but it can happen to the best of us. And I'm a full testament of that. And I regret, when you do something wrong, just like committing a crime, I regret that. When you do something, you gotta take full responsibility. You can't all because of this, that, no. I take full responsibility. Like I said, I'm mad at myself behind what I'm getting ready to tell y'all. So now, he comes to the yard. Boom. So I go to the yard. So when I see him, my little man is with me. People knowing that me and him had a beef, because throughout the whole system, you got beef with everybody know he's here, you know. And like I said, I could have gunned him down, but I didn't. I played myself. So we in the yard. So I'm knowing he's still getting the bag. I said, what's up, man? We can still get some of that money. What's up? You know. So he's like, yeah, Neil, yo, you cut me back in the day. So now I finally get to see the cut on his face. I look at it. I always heard about it. I said, okay, boom. So now he said, I said, yo, come on, money. We're gonna walk up to my court. Clinton, they got courts where everybody's number like 158. That might be a Brooklyn court. On the side might be the Times. Everybody got courts where you cook and stuff. You know, dudes that don't know about prayer, I'm trying to give y'all a visual of that. I'll explain it to y'all right now. So we had to walk up a hill. So while we was walking up the hill, first my little man was ready to say, oh, Neil, want me to walk with you? I said, nah. In my mind, I said, nah, this bitch ass nigga, I cut him even. I ain't worried about this nigga. Because I had a razor on me. I said, fuck, I got something. So now while we walking, me and Money, we side by side. He's here, I'm here. So now, my dumb ass, which I'm gonna tell you right now, my dumb ass walks in front of him because the path got more. Now, instead of me saying, yo, go in front of me and then keep walking, I walks in front of him. Which I regret right now. And thank God I'm here to tell that story. But some motherfuckers slept on bitch niggas and they gone. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me finish telling you the story. So I walks in front of him. So while we walking, we started talking. I said, yo, come on, my quarter's up here. Next thing you know, I felt something like swung. I thought he punched me. I'm gonna show you on the mirror, I'm gonna take my gas. I thought he punched me, boom. So, being that I worked out, me and him about the same size, I worked out, I didn't fall or nothing, but I felt the punch. I said, oh, this nigga punched me, I'm gonna kill this nigga. Then I took my razor out, but first I touched my face. I saw blood. I'm gonna show you right now. This is the cut I got. This is the cut I got. I want y'all to see that. Thank God I got good skin and my shit didn't bubble up. You know, some people say, when I go like that, I look like a frown. But anyway, this is the cut I got. He cut me, so check it out. So now when he cut me, I touched my face, I saw the blood, I spit out. Instead of him finish tearing me up, this motherfucker was running. He was running the fuck out to get away from me. I said, damn, this bitch ass nigga. Boom, so I chased him. I caught him right by the fence. And plus I got my tickets and all that shit upstairs and shit. I got all my tickets. I caught him by the fence, right? So when I caught him by the fence, mind you, I had blood like near my eye. I didn't know how damaged I was. I had blood near my eye before my adrenaline rushing and being mad that I slept and played games with this bitch ass nigga that ran from me when I hit him. You know, which I blame myself. You know, he capitalized on it. I'll take full responsibility. But it's what you do after you do something to me, what I'm gonna do. Chased him, boom, caught him. Now I'm grabbing him, but I know his ticket say that he left the yard with nicks on his face too. But I wasn't getting him that good because he was holding my hand and I had blood in my eyes. I was already bleeding, so I couldn't see, only I went out. But I'm nicking him like this, getting little nicks. And know what he was telling me while I was doing that? Yo, we even, yo, chill. How the fuck you supposed to be saying, yeah, I got you, Baba Finn? He said some shit like that to me. So now I see one of my little mans trying to run over here. Good thing the police in the yard pulled that shit out. Cause if my man could have ran over there and the police ran out there and he could have grabbed him, yo, I wouldn't be home now. I would have sliced that nigga throat, took both his eyes out. I'm telling you, just for me being cut. You know, so I think in a way I'm glad that my man didn't make it over there. Because if my man would have, he was trying to run over there, police said, yo, he back, and they pulled the gun out. You know, I saw my man trying to come. Then the police grabbed us. So when the police grabbed me and Money, took us in, we both, it was snowing too. I forgot to say it was snow on the ground too. I dropped my ox, my razor in the snow, and he dropped his. And we went inside, and they ain't find nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of that story. That's the true story with that. You might have heard different versions of this from different people. You hearing it fly from the horse's mouth. Me, this is the beef that I had. Now, I had another beef, you know, which wasn't really my beef. It was my man Majesty. He's from my project, Sumner Project. Majesty had a beef with Twin.
Where Majesty at now?
Majesty is still in jail right now. He's in, let me see. No, they took him out of Sing Sing. He's in Auburn right now. Yeah, he's in Auburn Correctional Facility. But anyway, Majesty Lamont Johnson, you know, my little man from the project, younger than me, he had a beef with this dude named Twin in Attica. You know, Majesty did his thing in there, and
who's Twin?
Twin is
from the Bronx.
Nah, he from Brooklyn. He from Brooklyn. Then what? I can't think of his government name. Oh yeah, Manny. Name is Manny. Twin. It's two brothers. Twin. They can boss good dudes and shit. They is my peoples and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he had crossed the line, Twin, when he, cause one thing I'm protective of anybody from around the way that comes to prison. When I was up there, any of these dudes from this area, Marcy, Santa, yo, I'm with them 100%. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was younger than me, you know, I'm gonna be, once I find, yo, there's some dudes, they said they from around your way. Where they at? Yo, you alright, shorty? So anyway, Madge is way younger than me. So making a long story short, I think it was dealing with some currency or something. But anyway, Twin tried to hit Madge in a mess hall in Attica. He chased Majesty.
Hold on, keep talking loud. You start whispering like there's somebody over here.
Oh yeah?
Keep talking.
Alright. Okay, now, Majesty and Twin, they had a little disagreement and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was over some financial thing, but anyway, make a long story short, Madge from my project, younger than me, and I always like, dudes come through the system that I know from 206 area, my area, I zip code 11206. I usually, like, I ain't gonna say I put them under the wing, but I make sure no harm gonna come to them if I could help it, and I could help it. Twin had chased Majesty and Attica mess off with a knife. You know, I don't think he touched Madge, but Madge was running, you know, get away. He ain't had nothing on him shit. The same fucking shit I ain't got, no, I'ma grab something. So he went. So I think he tried to stab Madge in the back. I wasn't there. I was locked, keep locked or some shit in the snake pit, yeah. So I heard about this shit, boom. So anyway, make a long story short, I told Madge, yo man, fuck that man. I see that motherfucker, yo don't worry, I'm gonna show you loyalty. I said, man, nobody in the fucking mess will help you, man. You be looking out for mad people and shit, you know, doing your thing with them numbers and shit, and nobody in their job. Then I heard that somebody tried to throw a tray at Twin, but Twin kept running. Anyway, make a long story short, I told Madge, yo, I see him, I got you. You know, you from my project, Sumner. So boom, around a year or two go by, I wind up going to Elmira. Twin is there. So I see Twin, right? First thing he said, yo, Nils, yo, Mad's been sending letters trying to get me here. The dude's been coming back telling me what he been saying. So he said, I know you from your project, Nils. Me and you go way back. Yo, what's up, man? I said, yo, man, listen. Madge is young. He's my brother. That's my brother Hicks' friend. My brother Hicks' daddy, yo, that's his friend. You know, I don't really know, but he's from my project. Plus, that was one-on-one. I got nothing to do with that. That's what I told him. Follow me? But that was just me to rock me to sleep. So now, me and Twin, we working out. You know, we on the weight bar. You know, he wanted me to go first. I wanted him to go first. But he was a little, that's my weight bar, Sean. He was a little leery, which I don't blame him and shit. Gotta be on point. So finally, I got his confidence. I started going down there. I said, I'm gonna go first. Get behind me. Spot me. I started going first. And then he started going as months go by. Plus, I'm blessing him, giving him stuff to make him happy. You know what I'm saying? You know, hitting him over here. That's for you, man. Good looking out. So finally, the day came. Majesty's brother, Little John, came in to Elmira. But during that time, my brother was there. He was in Ad-Seg, and I used to be on the visit with my brother. Alright, so now my brother was there. My brother Hicks, he was there, but he was in Ad-Seg. They had him in Ad-Seg. So, but they used to give us cross visits. So this is why I was prolonging doing what I had to do. I was prolonging it because I wanted to see my brother. Plus my mom's gonna put both of us down to visit. You know, we got approval from the Depot Security. So I wasn't in no rush to get Twin. You know, I told Madge I got it, but I wasn't in no rush. And I wanted to be with my brother, because they keep me and my brothers apart. You know, it was three of us, me, Hicks, and Argo. They kept us apart. So now I finally got to be with one of them, so I wasn't in no rush. What made me rush is with Little John. He came in. You know, he came. Majesty's brother, LJ, he came. So Twin knew that he was there. And Little John was telling people, yo, I'm Mr. So I said, Little John, chill, you can't do that shit. I said, now I'm gonna have to rush this shit, you know? So that night, came out in the field house. And somebody bringing raisins, but they searched like, they got metal tape, all that shit, man. So boom, bust him down, boom. He leaves, boom. He ain't do nothing. But he did tell on me, because I got the paperwork. He did say that I did that to him because of an incident that happened in Attica. I still got that paperwork.
So got twin told on you?
Yeah, he told on me, yeah. But he didn't know I was going to get that paperwork. I got that in black and white right now, where he said to know, yo, they said, what happened? He said, oh, yo, I got hit because of the incident that happened in Attica with somebody else. You know, so, you know, I did 2 years in the box for that shit, you know, but moving right along and stuff.
You did 2 years in the box?
Yeah, 2 years in the box.
What was that like? 2 years in the box? 2 years in the box was like, to me it wasn't really nothing because I've been there a few times. You know what I'm saying? It just, basically being in the box is like giving you a relaxation spot where you can get your thoughts together before you go back out in the population. That now, right? Yeah.
I was doing, and then how I'm doing now, how I adjusted with this, you know what I'm saying? How when I came home.
So how you
yeah. I know this shit.
How you dealing with all this COVID-19 shit that's going on?
Yo, man, this is serious, man. Man. Where I live at right now, one of my mom's best friends, they found her dead. It was like about a month ago. She died of that COVID, yo. You know, that shit, you know, it's crazy, man, how something like that could become a pandemic. It's worldwide, everywhere, you know? And now they say that the curve, I watched the news, Governor Cuomo saying that the curve for New York is going down. Whereas other places like North Carolina and South Carolina is going up. You know, I stay abreast of the news, so, you know, that's why you see me out here with my mask on, as you can see, look. My mask on. Got my gloves. I just don't got them on now because, you know, when I talk, I like to articulate myself, moving my hands and stuff. So, anyway,
so let's get back into when you came home.
All right,
and the things that you're doing now.
All right, like I said, when I came home, you know, I ain't have no employment, no jobs waiting for me. I had no skills. You know, so what I did, my PO recommended me going to Ferrari, and the government paid for that. Me to go to Ferrari truck driving school so I could get a skill. You know, it wasn't easy.
Let that plane go by. Yeah, so you got your CDL. You said a little earlier that you was driving for Brooklyn Transportation. So you working right now?
Right now I'm laid off due to the pandemic because I work with people that got disabilities. I take them from their houses, or some of them live in residency, and I take them to a program, and the program that I take them to is geared towards, you know, making them feel like, you know, that they somebody, as opposed to looking at them because they have a disability. And I feel, let me say one thing, and I feel rewarded by having a job like that because that job takes a caring individual, because every one of them individuals on my bus got different problems. And they was born like that. You know, one girl, you know, they may hit their head, bite their wrist. It hurts me to see that, and that's why I thank God that more of my kids and also myself, that I was born the way I am right now. And we all got to be grateful for that, because when you cry about not having no shoes, there's somebody else that ain't got no, that got one foot.
All right, how
you follow what I'm saying?
All right, we gotta cut it short.
School I used to go to PS59. From the 1st grade all the way to the 5th grade. It was the school I used to go to PS59. Yeah. They had Paul the Walkie to just walk down the block and I'm here. PS59. Yeah, when I was growing up,
This park had all concrete. There wasn't no grass or nothing. Now that I came home after doing 33 years, it's changed. The whole scenery changed. It looks good. I ain't gonna lie, it looks good. However, up top here, I want y'all to look up here, y'all can see. Up top here, as little kids, we used to climb these fences, and we used to be up there, and baseball players, they used to drink cans of Rango, and they used to throw the cans away. We used to take the cans, and we used to do what we call can fight. Throwing the cans was light cans, throwing them back and forth at each other. So this is the baseball field, and this right here too is another park. This park right here, they changed this around too. This is different. You know, it's a beautiful park. We used to play baseball in here. All this stuff wasn't here. We used to play baseball here, hit the ball over the fence. Sometimes it'd go over there in the tree. This is another park and stuff. All right, we're gonna move right along. Yeah, right here, this building right here. See this pathway right here. This is where, you know, I'm admitted. You know, I was on welfare back then. This is where we used to go get the welfare food at. You know, but back then, people used to be ashamed, like, oh no, you got moms got welfare. All of us had that welfare, that cheese, all of that. But this is where we used to go pick it up, and I want to show you right here. So you used to go down here, and then you used to have your little plate, your card, and so I was a little kid, but I used to go with my mom, and we used to get the food, and this is where you pick up the welfare food. All right.
Rock squad up, Magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you ain't Sinetta. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you ain't Sinetta. Off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to you ain't Sinetta. Off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic.
That's never spilling NPR shit, man.
Talking no resistance. Nowadays, police killing motherfuckers for resistance. Government assistance. Fuck that, nigga. You could be a house nigga. I'm a bust back, nigga. All I see is hate. What a love that, nigga. You just fucking and sucking. Where my hugs at, sister?
You got west side, you got south side. This the east side, you got the north side. You feel me? I fuck with people on both sides. You feel me? I got niggas out west, I got niggas out north. I got niggas on that south side. I got niggas that got them really doing it.
Oh man, my side funky.
Nah, it's funky.
We the first product got towed down. I'm talking about real bodies. We finding bodies. Walking and little kids and shit. You know what I mean?
A lot of niggas in my hood done died.
That part. But I wish it's like a whole different like city. We got our own. We talk different than everything right there.
Nah, they love that lingo and shit. They love how they
like if you hear somebody talking you from out, you can tell you from out west. You know, just about how he talk or whatever. You know
Hey, right now though, we on Big Road though. I'm an East Nashville nigga, man. South Bay Mafia, man. Till the day I die, man. I represent, man. Shelby Street Boys, man.
Okay.
East Side thing, man. We get it in till the day we die, baby. Nashville, Tennessee, baby. We on the map.
I feel you.
First of all, and your pants are not going to have any fade to them. So they're going to know, and you're not going to know what you're doing. They're going to ask you shit, and you're going to not have a clue. So they're going to know that you're brand new. So just keep squared away. Be firm, fair, and consistent. Do not tell an inmate something that if you don't have the answer to it, say either I will get back to you or I don't know. Do not promise something because they will expect it. So if you don't know, you don't know. Just say, hey, man, I don't know, or hey, chick, I don't know. I'll get back to you, chick. If you're working a female prison, just say, listen, I don't know. I'll get back to you. Female prison to male prison is two entirely different freaking animals. You don't have the drugs, the cell phones, the fights, the politics. You don't really have all that in a female prison. There's different problems. Yeah, you're going to find a phone here and there. You're going to find drugs here and there. But it isn't the same as a male yard. It is a totally different beast. Male yards have the politics, the cell phones, the drugs, the fights, the disrespect. I'm telling you, it's two different things. I've worked in both, so I know. But hey, any questions you have or comments or concerns or more things you want to know about being an officer inside of a lockdown facility? I worked level 5 custody all the way down to minimum. So, and I honestly enjoyed level 5 more than I did anything. I used to.
First came in the game, I've done some retarded shit that I'm not proud of. Yes, I've done some chipping. Seeing what's chipping. I have fucked on some squares before, endeavoring to turn them on and turn them out to the game. Yes, I have. That's true. I'm not here to give you the perfect pimp. That's what all of their books is for them to tell you all the money, the amount of money that they check. Yeah, nigga, for free. Nigga, I'm not no motherfucking prostitute. Whenever I do something, it's because I wanted to do it. If money was involved, it just happened to be involved because of who I am and what I represent. But I don't bless a bitch with my dick because of the amount of money that she have. Nigga, I'm not no prostitute. Bitch can't date this pimpin'. What's wrong with you? I love you, but nigga, what's wrong with you? Check your temperature. We not going to be sitting over there. Ain't no bitch going to be dating the pimpin'. Can't no bitch sit up there and be like, I need some dick. Let me hit send up. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. What's happening? You around your hoes right now? Okay, well listen, when you get around from your hoes and shit, I got 2 o'clock open. Yeah. I got 1,000. Yeah, I got 1,000 and shit. Yeah. Yeah, after you drop your little hoes off on the track and shit, I got this little 1,000.
Thinking about starting our own food truck, and we was trying to go about it correct. And I know he's real good with the economics. I was wondering if he had any advice for the first stepping stone towards that.
I would suggest that you set up a trust. A trust is property held on behalf of one so that another may benefit. The reason why you want to do that, that'll create a nice tax shelter for you. Maybe you do an endowment fund trust or just a standardized irrevocable trust and assign it to an insurance policy that you can borrow against. That's one. And then as far as the food truck is concerned, see if you get...
Please leave your message for...
See if you can get a food truck that can be modified easily or renovated, a used one, and see if you can kind of like revamp it so you don't have to spend the tens of thousands of dollars on the actual food truck itself. You know, that's just quick information that comes to mind. I'm sure there's many other things that I can contribute to the conversation, but I'm going to do my best to consolidate the information.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you. One thing I learned, Polite, in doing this, one thing I learned is that you will never be able to satisfy everybody.
Of course.
You're going to have your pros and your cons, and I'm looking through this the chat, and I'm not mad. I see them all, saw you the worst, because I don't let the fuck shit come in and, mess up the whole program. So one thing I learned is that in family.
That even want to entertain a motherfucker that can't recognize a winner. Can you see? Now what that bitch gonna say? What's she gonna say? No, I'm blind. Man, I'm saying I make them say shit that I want to hear so I can keep talking. So as I keep talking, they just fall deeper and deeper and deeper into that goddamn trap that I'm setting for their motherfucking ass, because I don't just talk to women. I'm telling you, I'm playing. I never shoot the shit with women. Hey, I didn't have women tell me after, we just broke up, since I've been to Square, they come telling me, You can still call, you know, I don't want to be mad. Girl, please, I wish I would call your motherfucking ass. I don't want to be mad at you either, but I'm saying, shit, we broke up. They think they could be friends with a nigga they broke up. Bitch, fuck you.
No.
You know, I'm gone. Hey,
No.
I know you ain't with that. Hey, let me get 503. You hold on, 347.
Mm-hmm.
503, what's up, man?
Hey, man, this is Gabe out of Fresno. I'm over here in Fresno and the 559, but I be listening to you, man. You be lacing it up, and with my income tax, instead of going on getting in the car and doing it all fucked up, I'm finna cop that 700.
I'm trying to know your real name, not your stripper name.
See, you always doing some extra shit.
Nah.
All these damn cameras
I'm
and
for
shit,
real.
always doing some extra shit.
I'm for
Now,
real
go
though.
on
Damn,
now.
I can shoot my shot.
Straight.
I can't ever shoot my shot.
Oh, what's your shot? I don't
Yeah.
want to shoot it or nothing.
All right, well, you look good. Shit, damn. All right. I see you on TV. You know what I'm saying? You a star. You got that yummy yum.
What?
That yummy yummy. You got that yummy yum.
Wow, so much confidence.
Yeah, say the word, I'm on my way. Any night, any day. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. You got that yummy yum. What's your name?
Is that your pickup line now?
Hell yeah, it's my pickup line. My pickup line get your phone number? Is it gonna work? My name Hubert. I got you laughing. What's your name?
I'm Jackie.
Jackie, they call me Hubie.
Hubie.
Yeah,
Oh.
is that Jackie with an IE or Jackie with a Y? What is that?
Jackie with the IE.
IE? Oh, okay. IE. I mean, can I get your phone number, Jackie?
Sure.
Yeah, put it in there. Hold up. Oh, snap. Yeah, lock me in. We can kick it sometime, you know. Super Bowl party. Who's doing tonight? Got a Super Bowl party at the Yard House.
Oh, yeah.
The Chiefs. Go Chiefs. You watch football?
No.
No?
I don't know anything about football.
You don't even watch football?
No.
Man, excuse me. You got that yummy yum, girl.
The what?
You got that yummy yum. That yummy.
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah. Say the word, I'm on my way. Yeah, baby.
Any person out there, I just want you all to trust your freaking gut. Trust your gut. I read somewhere that your conscience is actually God speaking to you. And maybe that is the case. And if you don't believe in God, then that is completely fine. But believe that little voice that's inside of you, because at a minimum, it's just like your best self warning you. And it does take some trust and some discernment to be able to figure out when that voice is, tripping and when it's spot on. But I genuinely feel that when something is really wrong, you will feel it in the pit of who you are. And you won't be able to argue against it, So that very long story is the story of what happened to me in Atlanta. I was not physically hurt, no. I am okay. I am able to sit here and tell this story, which is a blessing because so many hundreds of thousands of women are not able to do that. I don't know if I escaped anything. I don't know if this was sex trafficking. I don't know if this was just a little creepy. I don't know what this was, but I know it wasn't normal and I know that it wasn't okay. So I, again, want to reiterate that if you feel something, believe it. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please remember to stay blessed, trust your intuition, and know that whatever you think.
Because this is the thing, man. I'm not going. I guess if I was at a job resource, man, just to document the situation, man, or blah, blah. But I don't really care, man. I ain't trying to make her lose her job. I don't care if she keeps her job. If it boils down to it, then I'm going to dip if the woman disrespect me, man. But I'm going to let her know up front that that's not going to be tolerated, not by me. And I've never had a woman respond negatively to me on that, man. I don't want to go to human resources, man, and put a file in on a woman, man. I don't want to go that far with it. I feel like as an alpha male, I can go talk to a woman and she'll respond to my alpha energy the way she should as a woman. That's just it. She's never been checked, and so she'll be checked. Jack Fromm. Holler back tomorrow, man. I have that information for you. Dan F and Dizzle,
Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Good looking out. So, it's just one of those things, man, where I'm not going to allow a woman to get away with it for 1 minute. I'm going to check her about it. And after that, man, the chips going to fall where they may. Because the thing is, even if a woman respond to it negatively and disrespect me again, that time, man, I'm going to talk to a man like a mad father, like a father that's ready to, dole out some consequences and repercussions. And then I'm not going to spare her the embarrassment of getting checked in front of everyone.
Hey, man, I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. I'm Mojo. Pot, sign yourself. I'm out of here.
Say you ride jets, nigga, that snake's on the plane. Cross the whole game just to get a little fame. Wrote a couple labels.
Alright, we got Mojo off the porch with us today. Hey, man, sign yourself, the realest one. Appreciate you coming by, man. How you feeling today? Hey, man, I had to come clear this shit up, Dirty. You know how it is. Got all this lingering out there. Yeah. Came to clear this shit up, man. I appreciate you coming by. We'll get to all that drama in a minute. Let's start with how you been holding up during the quarantine? What you been up to? You been staying out the way? I've been doing song after song. I done curated me a deal with somebody. I'm gonna let y'all know in a couple months. Well, probably a month after this shit really clear up. I got a new deal. Okay. Paperwork still in the mix. No handwriting yet, but it's in the mix. That's what's up. So been kind of taking advantage of this downtime. Yeah, the quarantine, I love it, man. I get to sit back and watch everybody motion and see how everybody put out their shit and see what I've been fucking up at. And I get to save some money because I ain't got to go to clubs and do different little shit to promote shit. So I really been chilling like everybody else. Yeah. What's your thoughts on them starting to open up the clubs this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend? Everybody was at the club, it looked like. Everybody at the club, but I ain't coming out till everybody else come out. The people who coming out, they really just thirsty to go to the club right now. Yeah. I really ain't tripping it. It's gonna be my turn when I'm gonna be in there. Okay. They gonna know I'm there. Prison gonna be felt. Yeah. All right, so let's take it back with your story. East Atlanta native, right? The only one. Still the only one in that motherfucker keeping it going. Yeah. I get to go post up in the hood every day. Just left the hood. Still active. Has the East Side changed much since when you were younger to now? Well, yeah, they got restaurants and bars and shit. When none of that when I was growing up there. They like little 5 Point. Okay. Everybody, different races and different people there. Bars crunk all night to about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We didn't ever have that. So really, I like it better than how it is. Yeah. Being thugged out. 12 sitting on the corner every day. I ain't seen them when I be standing up there talking to my buddy. Yeah. They're different. Yeah, they done a lot of changes to Kirkwood as well, too. Yeah, Kirkwood was first. Yeah. You know what I mean? They really did Kirkwood first. Kirkwood was like the first place that everybody went to. And it changed first. So Kirkwood been changed about 5, 6 years. So about 5, 6 years, probably about 2, 3 years, we don't change. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Houses bigger, they ain't no little shack, boarded up shit. Folk coming over there spending some money in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, so how old were you when you first jumped off the porch? I was 13 when I first jumped off the porch. Yeah. I was 13 when I first just got out there and seen everything, what I really wanted to see. I was 13, for real. Who were some of the OGs you had out there to kind of guide you? In my neighborhood, it was like, when I ran up on the block, it was like Skinny Mike. It was Fat Mike and Skinny Mike. They were two best friends standing on the block. And a guy named Tank. You know, it was a couple guys in the neighborhood. But you know, they older now. They ain't like they around, but they was around and I admired what they did because they had ram, car. You know they had some money. So I was like, shit, I want to be like that, but I'm 14, 15. Shit, I admired what they did and I picked up fast. All right, that's what they doing, standing up here all day. Shit, that's what I'm finna do. It fucked me up though, because I supposed to went to school. I didn't see. 10th grade, I fucked up. I was out of there. I had about 9,000 in my pocket. In the 10th grade, it was over. To the block.
Couldn't tell you nothing then.
To the block. My dad had died when I was 15, so really I was just out there. When you out there, you ain't got no guidance, and my brother was locked up, so it was like, my friends was, my dad and mama was my friend, them dad and mama. They catch me in the house sleep, you know what I'm saying? House to house. So shit, I was like that when I grew up. There wasn't no silver spoon in the house with your mom and dad, and no, I ain't get that. That didn't make me be a bad guy when I got older, but some people be like, well, shit, bro, you know, the kids when I grew up with a family, you know, they turn up to be fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. I had an auntie, she was on my ass. She'll pull up and chase me off the block.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah. I jump a couple fences, watch her ass pull off. I'm back out there. She was like 12. Auntie that bullshit. Shout out to my aunt Cat, boy. She did bullshit, boy. You know, I had to do it. I couldn't just let her get me in the car because I know what she was going to do. She Christian, you know, she was a church going woman, so she didn't believe in what I was doing, standing on the block all day. She didn't, hell no. Take your ass home, come on home with me. She might sneak and get me sometime. I sneak out the back door. I just had to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Stand on the block. That's what everybody else was doing. We turned ourselves into who we were.
What's one of the biggest life lessons you learned while out in the streets?
Don't put all your time into one thing. Do multiple things. I had to learn that as I got older. The longer you around people who just out for themselves, you ain't gonna know that because you caught up in it. But I learned once that was my life learned, like I don't got shot, got robbed, different shit don't happen to me, but then that hurt me more worse than when you supposed to be loyal and then none of that shit worked. So I be like, damn, I put 14, 13 years of my life in that shit. And I got to go to this, and this better for me now because I got 5, 6 businesses going. So now I ain't got to come outside every day like I used to rush to get outside and get on the plane and do different shit for this one thing. No, it was different now. I got 5, 6 businesses. I got shit I can wake up to and unlock the doors and turn the alarms on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm more business-minded now instead of me just being one-track minded. When I was growing up, I was more one-track minded. I could get the money, but I'm fucked it up because I ain't number one-track minded.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? I could always get a bankroll, but I'm always fucking it up because I was one-track minded. I ain't have no big brother be like, hey, you can go ahead and put your money in this. Or go put your money in that. And this can grow.
Yeah.
Shit, it took me to be damn near 35, 36 to get an account.
Oh, shit.
Because I'm used to seeing my money in my box. So
yeah.
My money vacuum sealed around me every day. I ain't used to seeing that shit somewhere else, and I gotta keep call checkered, and that was different. We have a credit card. I ain't got to use my money. book me some flights and buy studio equipment. Like, I want to know all that. Cause I'm hanging one track mind. But once you get with some more people, they be like, hey man, you got this much money, why you not doing this with this much money? I'm like, shit, I was scared. But then they start using their money and I see this shit going triple. I'm like, well, damn, let me try this. So now instead of me getting a tow truck like he did, I got a sprinter company.
Okay.
Instead of me going to get rapping in everybody's studio and paying them to build their shit, I went and found me a building and I'm gonna build my own shit. When I first started rapping, I knew I wanted a studio. I knew I wasn't gonna be the guy to go and give somebody $40, $50 every time I want to rap. It wasn't in me. But still I did it because I didn't have the knowledge. I'm doing what everybody telling me. Hey, let's go over to this studio. Let's go to this studio. But I'm knowing that this money evaporating out my pocket because I'm in here 5-6 hours. We doing some 10-hour block. But it's helped me because it helped me how to learn how to get my shit together. All right, now you know you rapping in these folks shit, you pay $6, but you sitting here 10 hours doing 3 songs. Hell no. You gotta do a song an hour. Song every 30 minutes. You gotta do damn near 7 to 10 songs in 10 hours. I put myself on that. I ain't have no another rap buddy to put me on that. It worked out. I got better. Then I started out like, fuck it, let me find me a building. I went to my neighborhood and found a building on Moreland. Got me a building. Took me about probably 10,000 to put some walls and goddamn sheet rocks and doing the floors and ain't no AC in them motherfucking fucking cut the wall out, put an AC unit in them. Hey, I did so much to that building. I probably was in there about 15 months. I got the hell on because it was small. Shit probably was 700 square feet.
Oh, wow.
It was a check cash place. I turned it into a studio. So when they got open over there in the Metropolitan, I was like, well, shit, 2 Chainz, everybody over there. Shit, I want to be where everybody else at. Lucha. Shit, what I want to be over here on. Man, I know this shit just boring in my neighborhood, right here on Moreland, the other end of Moreland, not in the neighborhood of Moreland. I'm on the far distance of Moreland. I'm like, hell no. So when they got me an opening in Metropolitan, I took it.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy too. My boy helped me get that motherfucker. He was already in there. He wanted to move to another location, so I got the location.
How long you been there now?
I was there 6 years.
Okay.
I just left in January.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, got me a bigger place, 5,000 square feet.
Oh, shit.
3-4 studio room, recording, opening, like, you know what I mean? It's all a setup. It's how you want to do it. You don't supposed to decrease. I increase every time. I ain't gonna never not increase. But, you know, certain shit, you take time. It probably took me 2 months to get my shit together in the other studio. Different here, it been about 4 months.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, just jumping in that motherfucker like recording tomorrow. I get everybody calling, bro, you ready? You ready? Like, nah, motherfucker ain't ready. But they'll be ready 2-3 weeks.
Okay. Okay. So how long you been rapping now?
2014. 6 years.
Okay.
Really, I started in December 2013, but 14.
What had motivated you to start rapping back then?
It motivated me because I see everybody else getting money. And a nigga don't rap my life, my whole fucking life. Everything I done, every car, every jug you don't see me make, every time I'm stood over the stove. So shit, you know, people putting that in my ear too. I never wanted to do it because I felt like I was making more money than a rapper. I see y'all got to go up there and stand on stage and be slave and get half of that money to the next motherfucker. Shit, I ain't gotta get half of my money to the next motherfucker, so I felt like that about it. But then, you know, it was certain shit I seen that I was doing already with rappers crying about. Jewelry, money, and car. I already had that. That what made people admire what I got going on, because they was already knowing I'm already on my shit. Never not been on my shit. Always been on my shit. Any nigga you can ask about my name, they go always tell you, Mojo been on this shit. I got a bigger hater though, but you know, Mojo on this shit though. That's what really made me want to rap, because I seen the money. Like, they getting free money now, my well say. 200,000-300,000 a show. That's free money. You know what I mean? Them niggas ain't gotta do that, go out there and stand on stage, man. Pace back and forth, man. That's all this shit about. Do a couple interviews, shake a couple people's hand, go on about your business, man. I know how it works. I saw it so many years. Some niggas don't even do half of that and they still getting 200,000-300,000. Some people ain't even people person to get that much money. I'm a whole people person. That's what I do. I fuck with everybody. Can't hate out here. You hate, that shit don't go nowhere. But in a circle with some more haters. That ain't my thing. I don't hate on niggas. I give me some money. Everybody know me, the Mojo gonna give them some money, stay out the way. That's what you do. I don't did all the bullshit. Bullshit didn't work for me. When I do all the good shit come to me. When people wanna fuck with you instead of saying, there you go. They on the bullshit. Cause that's all you get when you wanna be gangster. You feel what I'm saying? I done did all that. So I had to think like, damn Mojo, how you wanna be treated? That y'all just putting bullshit in the game. Have other niggas looking sideways. So I stayed away from all the bullshit. Started making my own shit happen. I feel like I did great. Instead of me gotta chase a dream with a nigga. I chased my own fucking dream. Go in my own booth, put out my own song, put my own shit on World Star, look at my own reviews, get my own fucking check in the mail. My own. Until now I'm finding paperwork and this shit goddamn, these folks gonna give me this money, shit finna go different. You know what I'm saying? But I've been spending my own money for years and on niggas. For years.
Do you wish you would have started rapping earlier?
Hell yeah. Miguel tried to make me rap so fucking early in this shit, man. And I wish I would have just took what the lady said and ran with it. But like I said, I was making more money like not being in the rap shit. But not knowing I was dumb as hell because I'm right there in the rap shit. If I'm gonna follow this shit, if I'm gonna be here and watch this shit and make all this money, I should have been in it. I watched Walker get in it. I watched when Nick them came and got in it. French them came and got in it. I'm watching this shit and I still didn't jump in it. It took me had to realize like, damn bro, you tripping, like everything in front of you, you just ain't grabbing. And that's what my problem was. I wasn't grabbing. I'm on the grab part now. Go get the money now. Fuck all the bullshit. And I was just on some movie shit though. Fuck the rap shit, I'm getting on some movie shit. But it took for a nigga to come and say, hey, let's crank this shit back up. So I'm like, damn, okay. Hey, I'm gonna go to the radio. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that. Damn, I get to be an artist. Instead of me trying to be the CEO, the artist, the manager, the fucking driver, the nigga, everything, trying to make this shit work. Now I get to play the fucking the artist instead of CEO. I can let another nigga say CEO. Long I'm getting paid. Long that paperwork say what I said to pull the bed. What's wrong with it? That be them niggas who be dead ass broke and get that paperwork and get that money and don't know how to act. Money been in my face. Been around money. I got money. It's all about the talent now. I know I can go in there and out-rap these niggas now. At first, you know, you had your little feelings. I got it now. The music speak for itself. The people I fuck with, the fans I got, it speak for itself. They telling me, Mojo, stop putting out mixtape, put out singles. That's what I'm gonna do, put out a single. Go around with that motherfucker to the world head. After that shit, it's a go.
What's your thoughts on some of these rappers who come into the game who don't have the backstory like you, but kind of rap about the streets and all the things that they claim they did, but you know that they did it?
That's what you call cheat. They cheat. But some of them do be having hustles. It just ain't always selling dope. Some of them selling cell phones, some of them scamming, you know, different hustles. Some of them might be robbing. But it go all lead back into hustle. Every nigga who ain't never hustled before will feel like they don't hustle because they don't been around it. I know that because I don't saw it. I don't saw a nigga take a whole fucking what you do and put it in a song and goddamn it, hey, the world will believe it.
Oh yeah.
Cause they don't know. They ain't right there when he ain't made nail jewelry. They ain't right there when he ain't cooked nail cooking. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know, he ain't picked up nail egg beater, but he can rap about it. And the world will believe it because he got them listening. Once you got the world listening, you can fool it. You got the world listening, you can fool them. Ain't nothing that these rap niggas can't tell you that you can believe. Cause you ain't there. Unless a nigga like me who in the neighborhood who seen that nigga ain't did a motherfucking thing, got caught at the store, and after that, your career, you ain't thought about no dope, but you a rap nigga. You know, rap niggas do that. They go always put finesse it. Some, you know, you got some who done been out there in the streets. I don't seen them in the street. I know they in the street. But you got some, boy, they rap about it so much, boy, their whole topic is dope. Dope dick, cause they can't think about nothing else. You ain't been nowhere outside your neighborhood, you can't talk about nothing but dope till you start getting hot, then you can go talk about Miami, California, beach house. I saw all that before I grabbed the microphone. I saw them $500,000 in hundreds before I grabbed the microphone. They know that. Can't get on now interview up under my shit and say that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be mostly be about some more shit. The hustling part, definitely. They know I outwork any worker. Any nigga. I'm ambitious about that. But, you know, the rap shit make me follow back from that shit. It's all about the rap and the shoe movies and seeing the paperwork now.
Yeah.
Cause I don't did that. That's how it go. So that's why I'm ambitious to be right now instead of wrong. I don't did a bunch of wrong. Hanging with some nigga who doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing wrong too, so I fit in.
Yeah.
But you gotta be a grown man and fit yourself and put your own moves together. And I've been putting my moves together. By myself. I ain't had to take nobody to tell me this time. I'm like, I've been doing wrong for so long. Now I can know I can put it right. I ain't gotta do nothing but sit back and watch niggas, see how they move. I wasn't watching niggas at first, but these my family. You gonna watch your family, they'll be the ones that goddamn gonna cross you at the end though. Your homeboy, y'all done did all the dirt with, that shit don't mean nothing, man. Shit don't mean nothing when you don't grow up, you don't gave nigga money, you don't fed nigga, bought nigga clothes, bought nigga. That shit don't mean nothing. Nigga ain't gonna glorify that. You ain't gonna get on there song and tell them that though. You ain't gonna get on there and tell them that. You don't get on an interview and tell them, hey, you goddamn tongs on the ground and I was a jug of water. You ain't gonna tell them that. So, you know, world know though, on my side of town, niggas who was around you and your rap buddies, your family, the nigga who you hang with every day, they know. They just ain't gonna say nothing to them cause, you know, they might be scared of a nigga. I ain't never been scared of no nigga. And that's why they ain't around. Cause I was the nigga who was saying, hell no. I was the nigga like, boy, that shit lame as hell. They were like, yeah, it's right. You right. I ain't no right nigga. If I don't like it, bro, anybody can tell you. Mojo gonna disagree. Mojo ain't gonna finna agree with everything. Fuck nah, I ain't that type nigga. So I guess that's why the nigga don't want me around. I guess that's why niggas, you know, sit down and think, well, leave my boys in the hood, they'll suffer. Shit. Your boy did good without your ass, cause we would've suffered with you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we always been getting money on my end. Any nigga I hang with, he can call any nigga name out and every nigga you speak on gonna be getting money. We don't do that. We don't sit back and watch our buddy got there, you get the money and your buddy don't. We don't play that on my. I had to realize that. Ain't nobody on the bus got no money but me and him. He liked it like that. So a nigga got to look up to you. That shit lame to me. I like for every nigga in my block to get looked up to. That's how we rock. That's what them 3 letters about. Sign yourself. This shit don't mean goddamn be a flunky. This shit don't mean you be a do-boy or yes man. Not these 3 letters. He know that. We don't do that over here. So just take that little lame ass shit on over there and create you some more niggas. But we don't do that. And that's what he want. He like yes man. We don't do that fucking yes man shit on my end. On our end, we rock. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta buy us no nigga. Nah, you ain't gotta buy us no shoes, no car. You ain't gotta put us in no studio. We already about that. So that what a nigga mind be at, like, I can't even help them cause they already know something. I can't trick them with that little bit of that money cause they know something. Millions of dollars. Who you gonna give millions to? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna give millions to somebody who ain't never put out a song got them motherfucking hot. Why you don't give millions to some niggas who already hot? So they need a push. Yeah, cause you know they ain't gonna go for the bullshit. You can't trick them. Yeah, you can't go trick. Ain't now all this big yet side to you. I ain't think that. Niggas just jump on what they think is sweet. I ain't knocking the niggas who signed them, cause get what? They need the money too. Shit, this sweet ass nigga gonna give it to me and goddamn, if you don't fuck with me or not, I got a bankroll and some recognition out of it. So shout out to them niggas who don't sign and he don't fuck with. They don't got some money out that shit and some recognition. Now it's up to them to get them some money and go on and take off with the shit. He'll put you on Front Street. You ain't in the back street no more. You know what I'm saying? Once you on the front row, you good. You don't give a fuck about a nigga don't fuck with you no more, say what he wanna say on interview. You still getting some money. They still reviewing your shit. They still wanna know why he talking about you. Everybody tell me that. Mojo let him just keep talking. Hey, nah, put an end to that. Nah, man. Not no nigga who ain't from the streets. Nah. You ain't jump no gates like I don't jump gates. You ain't waiting in the hood and waited on credit from the jail like I don't wait on. You ain't stood over no crock pot like I don't stood over these motherfuckers. Nah. Nigga ain't slept in J Hall, man. They can't tell you that. Nah. I don't did all this shit. You know what I mean? My name in the paperwork, show me. That shit supposed to be documented, homie. The feds, why this shit ain't fucking documented? The fuck out of here. Any nigga got everybody else name on fucking Instagram showing paperwork with niggas circling that shit. Circle mine. With my fucking name big and bold on the top of that motherfucker. He can't. That's why you keep talking around it. Lame man nigga say my name. Stop speaking in fucking under your tongue. Nah. Say Mojo. You don't want the world to know that. You don't want to you pillow talking. That pillow talking to me when you don't say my name. You don't say my name and let me know who you acting to. Because there were 4 more niggas in the house now. Just say whose name it is so they can speak too. But nah, I'm on front row. I'm going to speak because everybody saying my name. Fuck out of here. You know how many incidents I've been in with this lane? Do you know how many times I don't stop this folk from busting this lane head? Do you know how long I've been around this lane? Do you know the shit I know on this lane? Like for real. And then I'm gonna tell you some more shit too, cause I got to straighten this up. You went on Big Fat Show. Big Bank with Stream, the facts. That's the show you went on. I'm gonna tell you some more lame ass shit. You said that you took a nigga shit and you ain't high. Boy, yes, fuck you did. Boy, you was in the studio 2-3 weeks with the lights on, boy. You know I know you opened up the gate for me, right? You forgot? I'm the nigga who was coming up there, lame ass nigga. Yeah, you took some, but you hot head with it, lame ass nigga. You forgot now. Who you call to sell it? You ain't no seller, man. You won't be calling my phone. Lame ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? You on black shit, lying. I'm like, damn, we gonna sit there and tell that big ass lie? Yeah, you took it. But did you sell it? Nah. And I'm gonna tell you this too. In the end of the day, you say a nigga ran Mojo out the hood. How? My hood from East Atlanta, I'm not from Boulder, You know, we right up the street, 2-3 minutes, maybe 1. How the fuck you ran me out the neighborhood? Who ran me out the neighborhood? I go to them same niggas in the neighborhood to see them every day. You had to call 21 and Nuda to get back to the neighborhood. 21 my boy, Nuda my boy. I don't got to call my boys to go to the neighborhood to do a park day, man. You for real tell me you went to a park and you had to call and check in on Boulder Crest. Yeah, but you supposed to be the big dog though. Shouts out to 21 and Nuda, man. That shit make y'all look real big, bro. For that lame ass nigga gotta call y'all phone and check in, man. You really told everybody on Big Facts that you checked in, nigga. That's how we know you checking in, nigga. Checking in ass nigga, man. Never checked in my neighborhood. Shout out to motherfucker 21 and Nuda, man. For real. Nigga better not never say he ain't got checked. Boy, you called the nigga to come back to the hood. Why you ain't call when you was on your high horse? When you was sitting out there in your mansion? No, this record sales ain't doing the same. Cause you got to come on back to reality. They told me you was gonna come back to reality. I said, no, he kinda big right now, so he might not come back to reality. But damn, you came back fast. You came back to reality fast, homie. Yeah, with your Lambos and all that shit through the hood. You better have that. They don't get all dick hard because you came to the hood with that little bit of ass shit. We see that. This niggas run this shit every day in our hood. Nah, you thought you gonna have 1 million niggas up there come to that party. Alright. Keep my name out your mouth though, Lanes. Go on and say it for one. Cause you got the world just wondering. That's why I'm getting all these calls. Cause they wondering. They gonna have to call me after you hear this shit or see this shit. Nah. This a whole lane, man. Y'all out there following this lane, man. Y'all finding it to this lane. How can y'all find to a nigga who tell y'all in real life that he don't care nothing about the niggas he just signed? Who the fuck gonna put their name on a piece of paperwork? To a nigga just saying he don't care nothing about the niggas he just signed. Hey man, shout out to my other boys who got on with that shit, Walker and all them niggas, man. Who got millions of dollars in that shit. Shout out to them niggas, man. Shout out to the niggas, man, who getting money, man. Don't let no lane be your car downfall, man. That's a lane. I ain't got nothing to say about that lame ass nigga no more because the world know you fucking lame. They see you do lame shit on Instagram every day. You need to take your medicine, homie. You ain't got mojo there to give to you no more. You feel what I'm saying? Tell one of them security, one of your bodyguards, them 10 niggas on the side of you. Tell them to give your medicine. I ain't there to give it to you. A throwback, a Angie B, a faux tray. We ain't there to give it to you no more. A big cat. We ain't there to give it to you no more. Take your medicine, homie. You might come back to reality. Cause you fucking losing it when you say my name, homie. And go on and clear that shit up at the park, lame ass nigga. You know I wasn't there. Me running out. Me running from the park. Fuck out of here. Ain't no motherfucking gunshots or no squaring off. You know I went at that fucking park. You know that. I'm clearing that up too. And Nate say, what's up? Lil' bro say, what's up, homie? I'm clearing that up too. Your little brother, Nate. Yeah, I'm clearing that up. He say, what's up? I can't tell you that because you lame as fuck. You ain't gonna say that to him. Yeah, he was at the park. What up?
Alright, so let's clear up the situation, the incident where he actually accuses you of calling the police. How long ago was this?
The shit happened, I think, in 14. It's 4, 5 of us at the house. I've been chasing that lame ass nigga the whole fucking weekend. From Thursday to Sunday. Any nigga can tell you that. Coach K, P, they can tell you. I showed them the video. They're the only two gonna see the fucking video. Coach and P. So you ask them. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, back to chase the lame ass nigga the whole fucking weekend from Thursday to Sunday. He got locked up Sunday night. So when I called Beasley, R.I.P. Beasley, I called Beasley. I said, Beasley, where you at? Cause she got cameras in his studio on her phone. She said, he in the studio asleep. I said, yeah, cool. Finally glad to see him laying down after him did all the bullshit. So she say, you ain't gotta worry about Mojo. He good. He finna lay down. We'll just see what's going on in the morning. I like, all right, cool. I'm laying down asleep. I'm at my trap. Now, this is another thing, too. Why it took you 3 years to tell this story? Nigga, you done been on 1 billion interviews, and lame man nigga, every time you do an interview, why you telling them folk don't mention Mojo? Bitch ass nigga.
You finally clear that up too, huh? Back to this. He do all the interviews, tell these folks don't say my name. Cause he don't want the shit out. He don't want the truth out. He don't told people the truth though. I know Mojo ain't called the police on him. They called the ambulance, but he could have stopped them. What fuck kind of shit that is? You know I ain't called the police on you. He know who did it. I could have stopped him. We talking about stopping them calling the ambulance like the 30 times that they have? You know, every time you go to the crazy house, Gucci, how you think you get there? Mojo, Medell, DC. Yeah. Every time you flip, walking down the street retarded, yeah, that's me. Pulling over the side on him. While he got the vet with Bart Simpson sitting on the seat. Yeah, that's me. Sitting on that motherfucker every day. Niggas calling me. Medell stopping the radio station for not putting your dumb ass out there. And another thing, let me clear this up too, faggot ass nigga. Do you remember the day that you got them supposed to hit Buddy with the bottle? Who you came crying to? Who you came crying to, man? Who sent somebody in the precinct, fuck boy, and told them that they hit the man with the bottle? You forgot about that? Lame ass nigga? Yeah, you don't need the time for all that for it, but I'm willing to go in there and take the time for that. You forgot about that, don't you? Oh, okay, back to what we was talking about. Lame man, nigga, I will clear that up anyway. Cause I feel like you think you getting away. Nah, my nigga. Yeah, you know when the girl with the coffee on her, where your lame ass come to the chain shirt set? He like, why am I always in the picture? Lame ass nigga. Man, I go on and on with this lame ass nigga, dog. I just was chilling, cooling, but it's like these folks wanna know the facts about this lame ass nigga. Yeah, we the same crew of niggas who was in the hotel in Cali. Remember when they came looking for you? Yeah, we were the same niggas in the room with you, homie. Don't forget now, where you come from, homie. Nah, don't forget. We're the same nigga front door, back door. Yeah, he know what that mean. Lame man nigga. You know what they go with. Fuck out of here. But you can go talk to some more niggas about Mojo this. Mojo be getting money. But I know man, Mojo, why the fuck you still speaking my name but I'm supposed to be the nigga told on you? How you have a conversation with niggas about me, talking about what we used to do, but I'm the nigga who supposed to told on you? Shut your lame ass up, niggas. The fuck out of here with that. Nigga, if a nigga told on you, nigga, and got his name on a piece of paperwork, I wouldn't be standing here on this man's porch. I wouldn't be sitting here doing these fucking interviews. I wouldn't have the motherfucking shit I got, man. I wouldn't still be getting in touch with the people I talk to if I'm a rat. You saying that lame ass shit cause you think the world gonna jump on it. But ask the people who don't seen the video. P, Coach. Yeah, the Migo video shoot. I took them the fucking video. So they seen it. Yeah, ask your buddy Paul, who recorded you too. In Kroger's parking lot. Just talking, man. You had the gun, nigga. You had like we put that motherfucker on you and called the police. The fuck out of here. That nigga just lame, man. And I know about that lawyer office too. Yeah. Remember what you left on the counter in there? Yeah, I called them too then, man. When the police jumped on your back and held you down and shit, I called them too then, huh? Show lame ass on somewhere. One thing about it, nigga, you know my name speak big facts. Big Mojo. You got motherfucking your juice from the juice himself. You feel what I'm saying? I'm the jug, nigga. You just with the liquid in it. You know what I'm saying? I get allowed you to pour that shit out, homie. Yeah, remember that. I had the whips first. I taught you how to finesse. I taught you how to trick a nigga. You didn't know none of this lame ass nigga folk till you got over here with us. Fuck out of here with that, boy. Stop playing. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll make your career what everybody believes of you. It's really us. You got about 5 of us in you. Really probably 6 with I'm counting woe. Yeah, for real. Stop playing, man. You know I don't play. I've spared you all them other time. I'm still sparing you too. I ain't with my motherfucking safe deposit box yet, boy. I'm still sparing you. You know what I'm talking about. So just, you know, and I got your little necklace too, that little 1017 shit. Hey man, I got a bunch of this shit now. So come get that shit. I might put it at your doorstep in your mailbox at home in Miami. I don't need that shit, man. They're old news, man. It's the new mojo. You know what I'm saying? So you need to straighten all that little gay ass shit you saying. Oh, I'm gonna keep going forward. You know, I keep putting my feet on your neck. Yeah, shout out to Miss Deb too. She told me to tell you, hey, lame ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't play on our end, dog. I spared you too long, my nigga. Time to cut the motherfucking tree at the root. You know what I'm saying? Let your motherfucking interview be like my interview. Stop cutting corners. I don't cut corners. Start telling these people the truth. So I can go get 300 more niggas behind me the next time we do this interview. And we go all speak facts. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I got about 300 niggas ready to speak facts. Yeah. You ain't ready for that. You ain't got nobody to vouch for none of that lame ass shit you saying out your mouth. And you went to the Fed. So anybody know about the Feds is, they give you documents. They give you your paperwork. You got to have your paperwork in jail. So why the fuck you ain't put my name on paperwork yet and put it on the internet? The world wanna see it. Circle that motherfucker like everybody else doing. Fuck out of here, nigga. You just want a nigga to be fucked up. Hey, when I got shot, you remember you would call K them, crying? I'm that same nigga when you calling. Why you calling? I need to know that too, cause when I was laying in the bed with them holes in me, why was you calling me crying? Why did you send P to the hospital? If you don't fuck with a rat? Yeah. You know that shit ain't true, so you gotta keep on going with your glorified. You think the hood gonna go with you with it. No, we ain't. Hood don't go with you, lame. You cried, nigga. You don't want me to get them facts behind you either now. You your recording ass, nigga. You record everything else. Fuck you talking about. Now back to what we saying. I'm clearing shit up. You feel what I'm saying? I been had to clear this shit up. I'm just letting this little lame run around have his fun. But I know how to clear shit up. My shit speak facts, homie. I know you laid in the studio damn near 20 days, nigga, when you took this weed. With the lights off, nigga. You in there got Sean recording you with the lights off, nigga. Nigga, you rapping in the dark, nigga. Yeah, big facts. Fuck you talking about. Big facts, man. Thought them would tell you what's going on too, man. But you know, them niggas just so big, they ain't gonna stoop down to this lame ass nigga level. But big facts, man. Niggas just don't let that nigga trick y'all with all that talk, man. All that moving and deal. Man, you's goofy. When you on black them shit the other day, you didn't take your fucking medicine. You were looking like a goofy. Yeah, all that moving and twitching and move, that ain't you, lame man, nigga. Go look at your other interviews. You ain't moving, nigga. You must be on your medicine then. But you wasn't on that medicine when you was out there on back them shit. Yeah, I know you just that good. Yeah, I really know you, homie. You really know me. Yeah, go and speak big facts. Stop talking all this sideways shit, talking about chicken up the street and all. Nigga, you was scared of Ricardo, nigga. Yeah, I said his name. I ain't gonna say chicken. Yeah, you was scared of Ricardo, nigga. The fuck out of here with that shit, boy. Hell out of here. Shout out to the hood, man. To my Boulder crib, he ran me out of Boulder. Man, you gonna shut your ass up, boy. Ain't wanna went like that if I would've went to the park. On God. No, I wouldn't went. Totally different. It wouldn't either be some people running or squared off. But you know, Mojo and Gucci got them squared off, yeah. One of them. Fuck out of here. If you wanna go somewhere secluded area, me and you, no cameras, nobody, man, no security, no motherfucking nobody. Hey, man, these hands right, homie. If that's what you want to do, I ain't with all the keep going back and forth and all that. I'll beat your ass. I'm going to let you know that. I'm tired of playing with you on that end, too. Because you know these hands together. Yeah, you know that. You know how we walked in the clubs. Yeah, you know what's going on. Yeah, all that fucking playing and talking and shit. You want to fight? Take that shit somewhere else. We can lock in. And whoever come out the door, that's who won. I ain't gonna be mad. But I'm gonna beat your ass, though. You seen me at the club. Pea party. You standing about 6 feet from me. You forgot. You saw me and put your fucking head down. Huh? Why you do that? I'm supposed to be the snitch though. Why you put your fucking head down? You supposed to call me out there in front of Thug, Dolph, the Migos. Why you call me out there? You know they know the facts. Yeah, at Pea party. Why you ain't call me out? Ain't no way to fuck the nigga who told on me and put the police on me for to stand 6 feet from me. Yeah, lame ass nigga. You supposed to be so gangster though. Why you ain't do nothing then? Yeah, I came to the party on the bullshit. You just didn't know that. Yeah, I ain't been to now another party, have I? Yeah, that let you know I came on the bullshit. Oh, he gonna be there. Huh, I'm definitely going with all my eyes on. No, you ain't finna say nothing to me. So you seen me, nigga, you put your head down and put your arms on the security. You ain't even want to look left or right no more. Until my brother walked over there. So you glorified him. Niggas are lame, man. Next question, man.
Sign yourself. It's your label.
Yeah.
Who's some of the artists you got right now?
Me, my brother, YB.
Who's your brother?
My brother named Trey.
Okay.
YB. That's another artist we got in Gainesville. Pharaoh, he another artist we got. He really family, but he in Augusta. YP the Chaser. That's on HB song. The CEO, that's his son. We got another label that, you know, we cahoots with, that we fuck with every day. And, you know, them young niggas got their shit together. They got their own money. I fuck with niggas like that. Who got something going on. I learned that you try to take a nigga from the ground up, it's like there ain't no appreciation in that. But if they got their own money they're spending, you just teach them what to do with it. You got a good family. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to keep birthing niggas. I don't birth the nigga before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to give nigga clothes on my back, the necklace on my neck, just to go stand in front of these folks. Cause that's what I was believing in. You know what I'm saying? But when you see a nigga crush you, like, get out of like, boy, we ain't did nothing together. Hey man, one thing about that, I ain't mad. I go to the next nigga, see can we do this shit again? I ain't built about it. I got money. With you or without you. Even when I'm on this tour bus or sprinter with you, I'm getting money. So it wasn't like I'm sitting there waiting on him to give me a fucking check. Lame ass nigga ain't never gave me no check. Been around 12, 13 years, fully. He never gave me no money, but asked me what my motherfucking pocket big. Like, they here now, though. You know, y'all need to see this. Huh. They been like this, man. Whole dub on me, 10 in each pocket. 100 on the right, man. Been doing this, man. That's y'all lame man nigga think that this nigga glorified, man. This nigga's not fucking glorified, man. Not on my place, not on my end. Yeah, we helped you. But it's just like you stepped on the ladder. You got on another ladder. You got on another ladder. You stepped on some ladders to get where you at. But you never forget where you went and how you got on them ladders. You came from the ground first, then you can't put no fucking ladder on air. Yeah, we the ground. You feel what I'm saying? Sign yourself the ground to it. You know, just to speak for what you were asking. Them 3 letters, yeah, we the ground. We the ground to make these niggas get it louder, man. Wouldn't be for our fucking ground, we wouldn't even fucking know you. Feel what I'm saying? Science self-produced this ice. One just Zay. It was our money that got them motherfucking patchwork. HB. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It was my brother who got them with you when y'all created this shit. Yeah, we can't get glorified. Why them other motherfucking songs didn't get you glorified? Why you ain't one goddamn glorified when you went straight drop? I never again. That was your first ladies. Why you couldn't do it by yourself? Yeah, them 3 letters. The motherfucker right here, homie. These 3 letters got him there. Feel what I'm saying? He said in every interview. He just said in the last interview. So he said, he gotta speak them words, man. He don't know nothing else but them, man. He got to think about us all through the day, man. We in his fucking mind, man. But I guarantee you, now nigga in my studio, in his mind, we ain't thinking about that nigga, boy. We getting money on our end. We don't think about it till we hear shit on paparazzi shit. Mojo, you seen the paparazzi? I ain't looking on Instagram. What you talking about? Oh, this shit again. I supposed to been at a park. A nigga ran Mojo out of park. For one, I'm not gonna come by myself. For 2, a nigga ain't never disrespect me, period. He ain't. Never. 3, it wouldn't have went that way. The whole world need to know that. It wouldn't have fucking went that way. So, you know, I just let them folk have that shit, you know. People like, don't speak on it. Oh, hell no, I got to speak on that shit. I know when the hell I can just keep letting it linger out there. It lingered and they grabbed it. They're trying to put some shit together. Oh, Mojo was it all started with Mojo at the mall. At the mall? These folks don't went from me being at the mall. Me and Gucci had to disagree at the mall. You know that. You can go back and look at that shit. Nowhere around. I ain't nowhere around this shit always happen. At the mall, at the park, when he get locked up, when he out on the rampage. I'm never there, dog. How the fuck you fit in y'all mind to put me in these places? Cause I'm the scapegoat. You feel like, oh, I'm talking about Mojo, hood love me. Nah, man, the hood know you lame as fuck. They just like, how you think yourself look if you didn't clear this shit up at the park? So now you know they know you lying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mojo got ran out the park. You let them folk run with that. But what about the 21s and the noodles who sitting at the park see this shit that Mojo wasn't there? How you think that look? When some real niggas see, oh, this nigga really lame as fuck. That nigga really lame as fuck, he'll let this shit just go out there. I guarantee you none of them niggas doing they niggas like that. Them niggas stick together. You notice that? Ain't no real niggas with you, homie. Before you just want to curate it, you know, some artists. Shout out to the artists. Ain't no hater, bro. I like to see niggas do what they do. But I don't hate to see when a lame man nigga put shit together and think that they got them something. Nah, bro, don't tell these folk the truth. You know Pop went out there at no park. It wouldn't have went like that. You would have either heard gunfire or you would have seen some people seeing us square. It's one of the two, homie. Yeah. There ain't no running. Yeah, you have to show me. You know, these motherfuckers together. I ain't lost nothing, bro. I ain't on no mile, I ain't on no pill, I don't do shit, I'm bust smoke weed. Hey, man, I'll beat your ass, though, if that what you want. Yeah, you ain't want that, though, because you ain't saying my name. You saying my name, I feel like you want it. But you ain't saying my name, but I'm going to say yours, though. Lame ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to let you know who I'm talking to. Gucci. Yeah, on my end. I'm tired of putting the shield over and trying to see what you gonna say. You gonna come to his right mind and tell these folks the truth? He ain't gonna do that, so I'm gonna clear it up. Shouts out to every nigga in the fucking hood who was at that park, who know I wasn't there, and let that lame ass nigga see and say what he wanna say. You know, I know a lot of shit. The niggas that you say you didn't fuck with, that you fucking with, they let me know you still lame as hell too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You apologize to Rocco. You apologize to Nikki. Huh. Boy, you some fucking lame dog. Next question, bro.
Alright, Mojo, before we get you out of here, what are you working on? What else is coming up right now?
I'm working on my new single. It's called White. You know, I'm trying to wait till the corona shit over with so I can goddamn go on and drop it. Radio station. Finna make it big. I'm telling you, it gonna shock him to see who I'm collab with. It gonna shock the world anyway, but it gonna definitely shock him. You know what I'm saying? When he see y'all put this puzzle together. Yeah, cause I ain't need number one puzzle. He been lingering out there. Now I'm sliding on in there. Yeah, this shit together now. Y'all ass in trouble, buddy. You talking about you write books. Don't let me write now. Bitch, you better not let me write now. You think you will, bitch, you will be in the cold in the North Pole with no clothes on. Cause I will script you. The shit I know, the shit, boy, I know. Yeah. Still ain't gonna tell the world though. I'm just gonna let the world know facts though. Feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the world know facts. I'm working on a new song though, it's called White. Finna put it out about another month. Put old bag behind it. Do it the way I wanna been doing for the longest. But I got a good piece of puzzle now. I got a good puzzle. Feeling comfortable with this puzzle.
Hey, last word shout outs before we get you out of here, Mojo.
Hey, shout out to my label, Sign Yourself. Shout out to Miss Dale. Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Reese. And I love Shauna Reed. That lady always make it happen for me. If I don't talk to her for months, she gonna let me know that I ain't talked to her in months. But we so fucking close, like sisters and brothers. I don't have too many women sisters and brothers besides her and Reese and Dree. It's only 3 women and Jade. It's like 4 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That I feel real comfortable with, that I can tell these women's anything. These women know everything about me. Ain't nothing I can hide. You know what I'm saying? Especially Reese, she been around us from the jump. Jade been around from the jump. These people know this nigga retarded needs some medicine. Who don't know this nigga need no medicine? Everybody know he need medicine. So how the fuck can you trust a word of a nigga who need medicine? If this nigga schizophrenic, bipolar, would that mean he can tell you fucking anything? What nigga done told on a nigga ain't gonna be standing where I'm standing at, on this porch? Bold with it. What nigga did 10 interviews? Bold with it. You show me one up. Show me a motherfucking rat that on TV that he bold with it. 5'6'9". 5'6'9", man. He bold with it. But you know, I know secrets too though on niggas. Yeah. You know, they had a nigga in that little room. They asked that nigga who these folks is before. Yeah, you forgot, Gucci? Who these folks is? Tell the world what you told them. You gonna leave it like that. Since you saying snitching, you forgot what you told them people in Florida. Huh? I'ma shut up, man. Stop playing with me, boy. Keep forgetting, boy, I was your daddy, boy. I know too much. Stay in your lane, homie. Say what's up to your brother Nate. Say you ride jets, nigga, that snake's on the plane. Cross the whole game just to get a little fame. Rode a couple labor deep just to buy a chain. Tell the truth.
It's a habit I just kept as I grew older. And I just read things I was interested in. You know, I started off reading magazines, you know what I mean? That's how I learned about hip-hop culture outside of LA. By reading like XXL and The Source, hearing about classic albums from other places and all that. And then, like, anything I was interested in, I read the magazines about it. And I just started getting into books. And just like you said, a lot of my best ideas, a lot of my business savvy, which I ain't the smartest dude, but I know what I know. You know, came from books. Like I read books about the industry. I read books about the deals that was done in the industry. And these dudes, you know, held out and made certain decisions that empowered them for the rest of their career. I understand what makes money. I understand, you know, what the objective of this whole thing is. I was on a major label. I understand, like, radio. You know, I understand audience. I understand, you know, retail. So I think I look at it like I went to college. You know, I educated myself. You know, I was always like, rap is what I do. I'm good at it. When I focus on it, I can make incredible records. You know what I mean? It's just about getting my life to a point where I can really focus on it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I own everything now. I own my own company. You know what I mean? I ain't done a publishing deal. I own my own studio. You know what I mean? So I had the means to produce. I got the understanding. I got the relationships in the game.
So you've also made some money too.
Yeah, you know.
You were able to do some nice stuff for us. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you know, touring has always been my main cash cow, you know.
How men are going to respond to everything because they study us. We don't study them. We study getting money. We study a whole bunch of things. We study everything it takes to get a woman, but we don't study women. Johnny Cash, I appreciate the super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. Good looking out. Good looking out. So whenever you think about this woman has told you the truth for 10 years. You don't even have a reason to believe that she'll lie to you. But you know what happens? She lies to you anyway. Because a woman will lie when it benefits her. A woman will go somewhere to meet her ex if it benefits her. A woman will go somewhere to meet some new cat if it benefits her. A woman will take money out of will take money from under the mattress or in the safe and not say anything about it. And that's lying by omission of information. You understand? This is what you have to understand, man. You cannot ever believe that a woman is going to be honest to you no matter what, because a woman will undoubtedly lie to you when it benefits her. And they don't even have to tell another lie. Sean Parker just kicked it. Patrick John Lewis, I appreciate that, man. It looks better. It sounds better to me saying Patrick Jean Louis. I call it that, man. It looks French to me, man. So if I'm saying it wrong, man, my bad. If you want me,
the manager looked and he said, "Well, he has a ticket. He has a ticket. So, no, if he has a ticket, then he's okay. He's not bothering anybody." And see me, I wasn't sitting over there pimping. She looked at my appearance because at that time, of course, just being 100, by a lot of people claiming this pimping, and they be looking like gangbangers and robbers and shit and rappers today. When a motherfucker sees somebody that's suited and booted, especially in a Greyhound, automatically they thinking pimping. Okay? So I'm going to give you the game on that too, as far as attire. But, just keeping that thing, all the way 100, she was angry than a motherfucker. I could just tell the bitch really wanted to stab me up. All right? So, time moving along, I'm talking to the broad, I'm like, man, how long is it before, your bus come? She said, my bus don't come, until tonight. I was like, well, why we here? Why would we sit up in this stinky Greyhound, with all of these guys around and things like that? We could go out.
Comfortable enough to be doing videos with guns in the background or saying they're going to stab somebody in their chest to the ear come out. What kind of parolee is comfortable to say and do these type of things? So I don't need to watch documentaries to come to the conclusion, something suspect. And then when I turn around and I see someone, like let's say there's a brother out there, he bothers the Nation of Islam. He calls their leaders pedophiles. He makes fun of the other leader for having cancer. He talks all sorts of vile, disgusting things. A day or two later go by. What do he do after he launches the attack? They call and they threaten my child and my baby mama and my family. Now, who does that? If you start banging against somebody and you be vile, despicable, and disgusting against them, who then turns around after that to tell the people, they out to get me? Unless you're just making it up to try in an endeavor to protect yourself because you do understand the ramifications of your actions. And what you're attempting to do is pre-snitch so they can say, well, maybe I don't have to, maybe we shouldn't do nothing because even though we want to do something, he just put the light on us. You see, this is what these people do. The same person talked about my family, disrespected me. See, that's on record. When these Negroes say, Politis talking about me, not Negroes. When one Negro out there says, I'm talking about them and I'm calling this person, these are lies. There's no record of that. This is a lie. Because you would play it if you could prove it. You could, as much as you hate me and as much as you constantly talking about.
I gotta hurry up and get on my show now.
Oh, the honor is mine, Queen. We actually have a little bit of history that you don't even know about. When I was... No, it's positive. It's positive.
Nah,
when I was at Millersville University, after I graduated from undergrad, I was Black Student Union in undergrad, Black Student Union president in undergrad, but I came back for graduate school and we started an NAACP college chapter. And the spring that I would graduate with my master's in school psychology, we were having a spring concert for the NAACP. Since I was a graduate student, I was the graduate advisor to the NAACP chapter at Millersville University, and you were supposed to be one of our performers. This is the Dirty Harriet album.
Okay.
And I was in contact with your road manager at the time. Can't remember the name, of course. This is 20 years ago. But we were advertising Rod Digger. Everybody was looking forward to seeing Rod Digger, and I got in touch with your road manager about a week before the show date. It was like late April, early May, right before the school year ended. And she said, I'm sorry. It was she or he, I think it was a she. And she said, I'm sorry, we had Rod Digger already booked for another event. I said, but we had the contracts and everything signed
She
up.
been double booking. She been double booking.
Been double booking.
Oh, wow.
With your double booking ass.
Booked yourself right
With your loud throat. First of all,
Bro, if you be the cash, I'll be the rubber band. You be the match, I'll be the fuse.
That's cute.
Life without you would be like broken pencils. Pointless.
That's cute. That's
You like
different.
that? Yeah, can I get your phone number?
I guess.
I can get it?
I guess.
What's your phone number?
What's your name?
My name's Drew.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm Zeta.
Zeta? Put your number in here. Yeah, lock me in. I'ma lock you in. Alright, bet. I'ma hit you up.
Alright.
It was nice meeting
Nice to meet you too.
you. Alright.
Put some lotion on my hands.
Damn, you fine as hell, girl.
Thanks.
I like my girls BBW. Try to suck you dry, eat some lunch with you. You feel me?
Do you hear this, man?
Can I get your phone number?
Oh my god, my phone broke.
Your phone broke.
Yeah, you gotta contact my watch.
Contact your watch. What's your watch phone number?
415.
Put it in there real
My
quick.
hands is full.
What is it?
415. 244.
Alright, bet. My name's Drew. What's your name?
Kira.
Kira. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I like my girl BBW. Try to suck you dry. Eat some
To this. So, keep watching. Okay. So, 10 things smart sugar babies never do. Okay? If you guys are struggling with these things in this video, I definitely recommend you get in the sugaring group and ask the girls in there that are experienced with help with these specific topics, or ask me in the group, you know, different things like that. Access to the group is in the description box below. So first things first is we don't beg to be given attention. We don't beg for love. We don't beg for nothing, okay? Like, I am the prize, okay? I'm the prize. So where these men begin to confuse, I hate this life. Like, what is going on? Jesus. Okay. But I hate how, like, men be trying to act like we supposed to beg for their attention sometimes. And sometimes you just got to cut that from the start, because you got it bent already. Like, you lucky to have my attention. I'm the prize. I'm the queen. I'm the best thing you've never had, you know? So you want to, like, really be sure that you know your value, because you never want to beg. You never want to overdo it. You never want to feel
a nigga that you don't like, but you gotta bow your sorry ass, sucker ass down to him, nigga. Yeah, look at me right now, nigga. I know you in here, nigga. Look at me, nigga. Yeah. How that shit feel, nigga? Bowing your sorry, fat, sloppy, laundry bag body having ass down to this old sucker ass nigga that wear a fucking gorilla mask all the time, nigga, and disrespect everybody, including you, nigga. Yeah, the nigga disrespected you, didn't think shit of you, nigga, and you gotta bow your ass down to this nigga. And you gotta wake up and see a sucker in the mirror every morning, nigga. How that shit feel, nigga? Cause I don't know nothing about that, boy. My nuts is intact. And let me tell you, I love these motherfuckers, man. Mine ain't for sale, man. I love my nuts, man. Cause see me, if I was in your shoes, nigga, I'ma handle it like a man. And whatever that nigga got on me, he just gonna have to come with it. And I'ma just have to deal with it as it come, nigga. But I ain't gonna never bow down to no nigga that got a secret on me and allow this nigga to manipulate me and send me wherever he want me to send me and say whatever he want me to say. But you doing that right now, nigga. Yeah, that nigga told you to go live tonight, didn't he? You didn't even want to go live tonight. I could tell you didn't want to go live tonight, nigga, because when you went live tonight, nigga, you wouldn't even talk about nothing, nigga. And your demeanor was weak as a motherfucker. You wasn't the normal nigga that normally be confident in what he's saying, nigga, when you be live any other time, nigga. Yeah, but tonight, you didn't even want to go live.
Always remember him. Not only a bigger brother, he was a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was family to me. I knew him forever.
My kids grew up with him. He wasn't a kid out there, he wasn't a violent kid. He wasn't a kid that would look for problems. He liked the ball, he liked the music. What was wrong with that?
Edgar, this is where he grew up at. This building that we are next to is 133rd Avenue, and we moved out here when we was kids. He's a mother's son, he's her baby, so he still lives with my mother in this area.
He was a loving, caring, kind, thoughtful person.
One thing I could tell you, if I was to be walking and I had bags, it would be like, "Mom, let me help you, let me get that." That's who was Edgar. Edgar was not a street fighter. He was not a kid that you could say, oh, he's always into problems. No, he wasn't like that.
I taught him, you know, at a very young age, proper etiquette. I also taught him, you know, when you have an opportunity to help someone, help them. And I've always taught my children, you know, that you have to look out for one another.
Remember him as a good man, not no foul individual. You know, I know he had people back.
He was very protective, very adamant about that. He helped, you know, anyone that, you know, was allowed to come into his, that God allowed to come into his life. He could know you for a week.
I wanted to get more the right way. I wanted to like go over things, go over hurdles and just, I'm gonna start robbing people.
So tell me when you did your first robbery.
My first robbery was like a yoke. Me and my man Sam, he lived over here. He's a sergeant now in the Air Force. He retired.
He a sergeant?
So
he went the right way.
Yeah, he went the right way.
He did the right thing. So what deterred you? What made you get into?
What made me get into it and continue? Cause we used to do stuff when we was young, like 11 and 12 years old. We used to go around yoking people, taking their money and wallets and stuff. But then I started graduating to this, to the
guns.
Yeah, I started graduating. You know, but my first gun was a fake gun that I bought in the store. I'm a little kid, 11 years old, I bought a little fake gun that looked like it was real, you know, doing stuff with it, you know. Then I graduated to the real guns, and that's where my life went downhill, you know. So just to go up a little bit more, you know, I'm doing stick-ups and I wound up catching a body.
Alright, so after you caught a body, meaning you killed somebody,
which I deeply regret. First, let me say one thing. I deeply regret that to this day. I want to express this right now that I deeply regret the innocent man's life that I took, you know, through the course of the robbery. I deeply regret that. However, I paid my debt to society like they say. I did time. I did 33 years.
How much time you did?
33.
33
But I got sentenced to 27 to life.
But I don't want to be wondering
this shit. Let me know some shit. If you're a real woman, you know, whatever. Bitch 18, she too young. So she really ain't gonna do nothing but say, oh, it wasn't really that big of a deal. It ain't all that. It's cool. She gonna tell you that. And then next Sunday, you call me back and thank me, man, because my suggestion to you is to be serious about what you're talking about as far as, you know, letting her know. You want to know, is it going to be any way you can fuck with her? Now, you could fuck with her in conversation, you know, trying to find that answer, and she'll never tell you that answer. And you'd be fucking with her a long time, and it might not be the answer you want. Whereas you can ask her directly, and she will tell you, well, no, that shit was too fucked up, you know, and I don't want, whatever she say, at least you will know. You understand what I'm saying? And you ain't got to do nothing silly. Now, the more important thing is, you spoke and you said the truth. You ran out of game, man, and this is something you can't do. More importantly, more important than that bitch. More important than what to do to get that bitch back, if that's the case, because she's water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't try to get her back. I'm way more softer than the bitch is. You know, you acting like the bitch all that. She really ain't. But I was answering your question. But my thoughts on that is motherfuck that bitch. You know, and if you see you fucking you know, did something you shouldn't have did, and you kind of caused yourself a problem, man.
Okay, so today we're back with the third part of this story, my experience in jail, the pod. Alright, let's jump right into this. Let's start off where we left off. My 90 days were up, and the COs were coming to get me. Now trust me, getting into the pod was not easy at all. Like, I had to put in multiple request forms, and like, most of the time, the COs just wouldn't even turn them in. Like, they were fucked up there. This is how it worked there. If you don't know the rules, then they're not going to tell you, and they'll enforce any rules that they want. Until you actually read the rule book and call them out for their bullshit. Dog, out of all of my request forms, the only one they got answered is the one where I told them that you can't hold me in the hole for longer than 90 days without charging me. But at that point, you know what? I wasn't even complaining. I was just happy to finally get out the hole. So the COs come to get me, and they take me down to this pod that's, right next to the hole. So I ain't even gonna front. I was thinking dead ass that they about to put me right back in another cell 24 hours a day. Plus it was like 3 in the morning, so like everybody's in their cell sleeping, so I didn't even know if we were allowed out. They take me to the cell, and this older white dude, he's on the bottom bunk already, so I was like, alright, I gotta get the top, you know what I'm saying? The top bunk. Pause again. Now, at this point, I don't know how it is to, like, have a cellie and actually live with them, because my last cellies was Noonie and that fat dude, and I was only cellies with them for one day. My nigga, I hop up on the top bunk, right? I'm trying to sleep. Dog, it always has to be something. My nigga, I'm sleeping. This nigga is grinding his teeth so fucking loud. Now, y'all saw what I did when the fat dude was snoring too loud. You know what I'm saying? I woke him up because I couldn't deal with that shit. Bro, I'm in a new cell with a new person. I have no clue how this dude is. My nigga, he's grinding his teeth way too loud for me to sleep, so I had to get him to stop. Bro, I reached over to try to tap the bunk. This nigga grabbed my hand and said, nah, we ain't gonna do that tonight, bruh. So when he grabbed my hand, it caught me off guard, because I'm like, yo, bruh, I ain't always in the cell with Katakuri. How the fuck did you just see my hand? This nigga's observation hockey was on point. Then he gonna say, go on with that, nah, just go to sleep now. And I was like, yo, who the... Shh. My nigga, I know you did not just shh. Go to sleep. My nigga, I will... Shh. Fuck it, I ain't even got time for this tonight, bro. I'm gonna go to sleep. I went to sleep feeling like a little bitch, because I'm like, yo, I really dead ass just let a grown man shush me. In jail. My first night amongst the wolves, and look at me, looking like a sheep. I was like, fuck it, bro, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
But tomorrow I'm finna turn up on this nigga. So I go to sleep, right? And obviously I'm not used to the pods. So in the morning when they come and wake us up, they yelling out, trays, trays, trays. And every time they did it in the hole, they would just open up your slot and then stick your tray in there. But this time we had to get up and go out there to get our trays ourselves. Me and my celly, we don't speak during this time, but like, I didn't know that nobody speaks during breakfast because it's so fucking early that niggas just don't feel like talking. So I'm thinking that me and this nigga got a problem with each other. Now, like I told y'all before, this is my first time being locked up. So like, I wasn't used to the pod. I was only used to the hole. So I still had to put on my tough guy act, you know what I'm saying? So me and my celly, we take our trays, we go back into our cell, we sit on our bunks and start eating. He tries to say something to me. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I went into like full-blown Tekashi. I told this nigga straight up, yo, I let my nuts hang, nigga. Fuck out of here. You ain't finna fuck me, nigga. And you ain't getting nothing off my tray. Fuck out of here, you bitch-ass nigga. I will dog you right now. Fuck you, mean, nigga. Yeah, so the whole time he was just trying to give me his toast because, like, he didn't eat bread, so I kind of felt like an asshole after saying all that. But the thing is, I was in jail, so, like, I couldn't necessarily apologize to him. I had to just give him a, oh, yeah, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll take that, bro. So we finish our breakfast, and about 3 hours later, the lights come on in our cells, and here the COs come telling us to get up. And I didn't know what was going on. So what I had to find out was, after breakfast, we had time to clean our cells and the pod, and one person was designated to clean the pod. But I didn't have to come out of my cell at this point, and my cellie, he took it upon himself to clean the cell just to show me how to do it, so I'd be able to do it later on. Now, after you clean the pod, the COs come to inspect it, and after that, that's when they let you out of your cell. Which, of course, I didn't know, so they pop open the doors. I start seeing everybody go out the cell. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? So I go out of the cell, somebody turns on the TV, everybody starts sitting down at the little tables out there. And then I start getting the awkward stares. Now, the reason why I started getting these awkward stares is because I didn't realize it, but the pod that I was in was the protective custody pod, which is basically the bitch-ass nigga pod. So every one of these potential bitch-ass niggas is looking at me to try to figure out if I'm a bitch-ass nigga. So I go take a seat at one of the tables in the back by myself, and my cellie, he's at the table next to me. So this guy comes over there, my cellie, and he says, hey, did you check his background? I mean, I didn't know my cellie was a hiring manager. Fuck you mean, bro? You think I applied to be here or something? What the fuck? My cellie says, nah, he hasn't gotten a chance to talk to me. But you could talk to him yourself. And the whole time, like, both of these niggas are old, so, like, I guess their hearing is fading because these niggas was talking loud as shit, and I'm listening to them the whole time, like, yo, bro, I'm right here. So then this old-ass nigga gonna come over there and say, yo, why you here? Because I got arrested. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you act like I'm here by choice or something. Unlike y'all niggas who doing background checks and interviews and shit, I didn't apply to be here. But then I was like, you know what, bro? It's no point in me being so unruly. So I told him straight up, look, man, I put in request forms. I requested to get out the hole. And then they finally put me in this pod because I was a CO before. And that's all I needed to hear. After that, they all welcomed me with open arms. Besides this other guy who tried to welcome me to somewhere else. Now, if y'all watched Why the Streets Weren't For Me, y'all clearly saw, like, I wanted to be a blood so fucking bad, just so I could be like, Sue, all the time. Y'all already know. So, while I was in jail, this guy tried to get me to join the Bloods. Now, in this pod, you have me, who was an ex-CO, you have Marines who have to be in protective custody, and you have the people who got ran out of the pods. And of course, the nigga who tried to get me to join the Bloods got ran out the pod. For false claiming at that. Like, how the fuck are you gonna try to get me to join a set that you're not even part of? So anyways, this guy's name was Rome, right? The crazy thing about Rome was that when I got out of jail, I actually found out he put in a lot of work in the streets, but like, this nigga was never good with his hands. Like, he always had to use a gun. Which sounds like most of you niggas nowadays, because, like, a lot of you niggas nowadays are just straight bitches. Y'all don't know how to fight at all. All y'all know is how to pull out a gun. So many lives could be saved in the streets if y'all niggas just learned how to fight. But look, that's not what we're here to talk about. All right, look, so when I first get there to the pod, I start being cool with the younger crowd, you know what I'm saying? And the younger crowd consisted of the Marines, a murderer, Rome, and a guy who got ran off the pods because he owed some debts. So the first person I became cool with was Rome because I felt like me and him, we could relate to a lot of things. Like, he kept telling me all of this crazy shit he did in the streets, and I'm like, yo, bruh, I can't wait to get out and start telling those stories like I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I already know you making this shit up, but damn, imagine what I can make up off this too. And the whole time I didn't realize he wasn't lying. Like, all of the people that he said he shot, he actually did it. So I'm hanging with Rome every day, and he's telling me what I think are fairy tales. Because, like, I'm like, there's no way possible any of this is real. But it still makes for an interesting story, so go ahead, tell me everything. Now, when I said tell me everything, this nigga must have taken it in a literal sense, because this nigga literally tried to tell me every single event of his life. Every single day, this nigga is telling me stories about things that have happened in his life. I'm like, yo, bruh, if you gonna keep telling me all of this shit, let this shit come with a manga, dog. I'm tired of all the filler arcs. Shut the fuck up. After a while, I like slowly started to distance myself away from Rome, because I felt like he was just trying to be too tough for me. Now, when you distance yourself from people in jail, it causes animosity. Definitely when you start hanging with other people and that person realizes that you're not hanging with him anymore. So when I started to distance myself from Rome, I started hanging with a new crowd. The murderer, Breezy, and these two Marines. So I started hanging out with them, and I guess Rome thought that the only way that he'd be able to rekindle our friendship is to get me to join his gang. And as much as I want to join the Bloods my whole entire life, y'all know damn well what I said. Fuck no, not with you, Usopp, nigga. I don't know what the fuck to believe that you say. Like, I've never believed anyone that has tried to act too tough. Like, think about it. Look at the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. I mean, we all thought he let his nuts hang, and then he struck a deal with the prosecutor. So I tell Rome there's no way in hell I'd ever join his gang, and he took that really personal. Because after that, he started to try to bully the murderer Breezy. Now, Breezy, he was a scrawny-ass white boy. Like, this nigga was about 120 pounds soaking wet. Rome was about my size. Now, before I continue, I'm not even gonna act like this nigga Breezy was remotely sane. This nigga was completely out of his mind, but for some reason, me and him clicked. Breezy was Vegeta. Like, he gonna talk his shit whether or not he get his ass whooped. Rome, on the other hand, like, he would only fight you or start shit with you if he thinks he can win. So when he tried to start some shit with Breezy, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to be the one to step up and potentially fight this man. But I got lucky because one of the Marines did it for me. Now about this Marine. This guy was a Marine sergeant that trained people in combat and defensive tactics. Needless to say, he whooped this man's ass. So in the pod, right? In the pod that we was in, at least, if you want to fight somebody, you invite him over to the showers. So Rome was trying to get Breezy to go over to the showers all day. Breezy was talking his shit, but at the same time, the COs kind of felt the tension, so they were making sure they stayed separated away from each other. The Marine sergeant told Rome to go over into the showers. Now, the way he said it is what would have made me say no. He said, hey, man, can you come over into the showers for a second? Now, when you invite anybody to the shower, you automatically know you fighting this nigga. The fact that he said that shit so calm, dog, he told this man, Rome, if you come over here, I'm gonna beat you like I'm your father. Bro, I did not realize this nigga watched Baki. This nigga went full on your Jirohama on this nigga. Dog, it was funny, right? Cause like, if you know Rome, you know how much shit he talks. So like, after he was done, this nigga's face was so lumped up. This nigga looked like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns. This nigga looked so fucked up, bro. When I tell y'all that ass whooping taught him a lesson, though, after that, Rome talked no more shit whatsoever. And I didn't have any problems with anybody else in that pod. Besides this one guy who, honestly, I feel like we shouldn't have had any problems, but he felt like I wasn't open-minded enough. Alright, so this guy's name was Shorty, right? And he's been in and out of jail for the last 12 years of his life, I want to say. So, we happened to start talking about the girls that we like, and he wanted to tell us his type, which he thought I wasn't open-minded to. Now, had I not known that he was in jail for the last 12 years of his life, I would have just shrugged it off and just been like, you know what, man? Hey, every man likes what they like. But he started explaining the types of girls that he liked, and it caught me off guard. So we all started explaining our types, and I'm telling him mine. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, bruh. I like them fat. Like, I don't give a fuck about the race. White, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever. I just like them fat, plain and simple. Then Shorty comes out of nowhere. Yeah, I like a girl with some weight on her too, but like, I like girls that are like hairy. You know what I'm saying? They got like hair on their arms. You know what I'm saying? Like a little peach fuzz right here. I don't care about hair in their underarms. Like that don't bother me either. My nigga, it sound like you want a nigga. I hate to break it to you, my nigga, but unless you trying to look for the bearded lady, then what you just described as a nigga. Then he gonna say, yeah, what the fuck ever, I'm a man, I like what I like. And that's what happens to be other men. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? So, needless to say, me and him, we didn't really speak after that. But I did meet a whole bunch of interesting people in that pod. Like this one guy named Bobby. And Bobby, he just so happened to be one of those inmates that was in a holding cell with me. So I've been in this pod for about 3 weeks now, and I've learned the ins and outs, and everybody calls me Daquan. So then we get this new guy that comes in, Bobby, and Bobby recognized me immediately. Now, when we were in a holding cell, this nigga just quietly waited in line to fight me, and then, you know, kind of back down when he saw me beat up those 3 people. Well, and y'all already clearly see how I beat them up. This nigga comes in our pod and just wants to tell everybody what happened. His first day in our pod, and this nigga has already told 4 other inmates this incident that happened in the holding cells. Now, at this point, the other inmates in the pod, they've already gotten a chance to know me, so most of them know that I'm a solid dude, but they just didn't know how to fight. And of course, after this nigga tells them that, that's when they finally want to give me a fucking nickname. And I know a lot of y'all thought it was the Nutcracker. They called me Secret Squirrel. Random, yes I know, but that was the name that they thought would fit me. So of course, after these people giving me that nickname, I told this nigga Bobby, meet me over there in the showers, bro. You ain't gonna have me being called Secret Squirrel and not have to see me. Bobby had a big ass mouth because he's never been to jail just like me, so he doesn't really know how everything works. This nigga is asking everybody about their case. My nigga, you in a PC pod that houses snitches, and then you asking everybody about their fucking case? Bobby was completely oblivious to, like, everything, dog. Like, he was one of the niggas that we didn't like in the pod because he came to jail and started gaining weight. Like, this nigga was getting so much fucking commissary, then he'd be on the phone with his parents or his girlfriend, yelling at them for not putting money on his books. So not only did some of us not like him because we thought he was a snitch, but we also hated this nigga because he was super ungrateful. And Bobby definitely was the most hated person in our pod. until a transgender came in. Now, before y'all start trying to say anything I'm about to say is transphobic or homophobic or anything, what y'all have to understand is that we're in jail. We literally have nothing but all types of hate groups around us. And in the pods, most of the races stick together and most of the heterosexuals stick together. So this nigga comes in the pod and everybody's like, oh, come on, yo. Get your mans, bro. Get that nigga the fuck up out of here, yo. That's everybody's reaction because in jail, it's not like you necessarily have to protect your masculinity, but you have to make sure it's known that you're not gay. So this nigga gonna come in there, yo, what up? You're like, yo, what's up, bruh? He like, yeah, my name Darren, but y'all can call me Daria. I'm fine with calling you Darren, bruh. So the thing is, we gotta get used to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, with us, we all niggas. So we know, like, it's obvious we never gonna look at each other. This nigga be walking around and, like, yo, he got his body done. I ain't going front. The nigga got titties, bruh. And you sitting there looking like, yo, dog, like, yo, put on a fucking shirt, nigga, because it's like you know not to look. But it's like I ain't seen titties in months, bruh. I'm going to look, but like I'm trying not to. It feels weird because you're like, ew, nigga, those are titties. And then you're like, yo, I really just said ew to some titties, but like those are man titties. What the fuck? Like, yo, even when this nigga tried to fight somebody, he was like, yo, meet me over here in the showers. The nigga was like, I'm going to go ahead and pass on this one this time, bro. You got it. That's a lose-lose situation right there, my nigga. Like, you don't want to fight a gay nigga and lose. And you don't want to fight a gay nigga and win. You just don't want to fight a gay nigga in general. But I got lucky because I got to avoid like most of the interaction with that man because I only had a week left when he came. Not a lot happened during my last week of jail because I was on cell restriction for the most part because his CO told me that I disobeyed a direct order because he told me to do something and I told him I would if he could stop being such a bitch. I think about things logically, and I thought that it would benefit him more to stop being a bitch than it would for me to do what he wanted me to do. So anyways, that week my trial came and I got out. And that's the conclusion of this story. I hope you all enjoyed it. Definitely watch part 1 and 2 if you haven't. And, of course, watch my 3-part story when I realized the streets weren't for me because that one is blowing up for some reason. And I want to thank all of you for watching my videos. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of my new subscribers and thank you to everyone who has been watching the videos that they haven't seen on my page yet and sharing my links. Thank you so much. Like I said, all of you guys are helping me get this house because all of these views are definitely paying off. I ain't even gonna front y'all. I don't know why, but like, I kind of feel like I'm about to say goodbye to y'all forever. You know what I'm saying? Like for good or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like right now, like I should be crying or like credits and shit should be rolling or something like that. I don't know. It's just like, this story is different. It's like, damn, bro, like, okay, he went through all the street life, then he went through jail, and he turned his life around. Now, what do we talk about? Coming out the clock? Nah, I'm joking. Don't even play me like that, bruh.
I knew in the beginning I was different. Niggas told me slow down, I wouldn't listen. Put my foot on the gas and now I get it. I look back for my niggas and they was missing. I double back and went and got them, I won't leave them. Cause don't nothing last forever, you gon' need them.
Crystal meth is worse, man. Cause see, that was the thing about crack, and I spoke on this before, but the thing that was different about crack as opposed to crystal meth, reason why I say it's worse is because crack was worse for the black community. Yeah. You know what I mean? Crack was worse on us because it fucked our community up bad, and we still dealing with the repercussions of some shit that happened in the 80s. We still dealing with that today. So crack hit us bad. You know what I mean? But crack wasn't something that was just so widespread among every culture, rich people, poor people. Like crack was mainly like a poor people thing. You know what I mean? Crack was real cheap. So that's why, you know, in the hood, motherfuckers that didn't have a lot of money was so into crack because It was a poor man's drug. But crystal meth, you got poor people doing it, rich people doing it. Like, you got all kind of motherfuckers doing meth, and it ain't just in the ghetto. Like I said this before, and I'll say it again. You could ride through, at least in Arizona, it's like that, man. In Arizona, you could ride through nice neighborhoods. You see motherfuckers sleeping on the bench on the bus stop.
Spazzed out. And I called him, I was screaming. I'm like, what is this stuff? And I'm cursing, and it was just a bad situation. It was like my stomach dropped. Do you ever have that feeling in your stomach when your stomach just drops, your heart's beating really fast? And we argued about this situation for like days. But at the end of the day, I ended up staying. And I stayed, I think, because I cared about him, and also because I had low self-esteem, obviously, because I stayed, and because he was providing me with things to make me stay. You know what I mean? There was several incidences like that one, but I don't want to bash anyone. He was definitely good to me. He was good to my family. He did things for my family that I didn't ask him to do, and he did it out of the kindness of his heart or whatever. So was there a good person in him? Absolutely. I think that athletes have more opportunity to step out because there's always someone reaching out to them. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what they look like. It doesn't matter. At any given time, he had 20 or 30, maybe 40 people in his DM asking him what's up. You know what I mean? So I'm competing with that.
What's going on with it, man? You know, usually I give a cold introduction. You already know, man. But you already know what it is. You know I'm the masterpiece, mouthpiece, Simple to P, man. But I want to get directly to the point because y'all keep bugging me, man, getting in my inbox, getting on my Instagram, my Facebook page, man, asking me the same damn questions about Pimp Snooki. You know, was Pimp Snooki really a pimp? What did I think about the documentary that he did? You know, the little movie or whatever. You know, I thought that the movie was foo. I thought that it was a bad representation about that occupation, man, called pimping and hoeing. I'm not a pimp. I've never pimped a day in my life, but I've been blessed to be in the presence of pimps. And those men are men of character, and their character does not change because of a circumstance or situation changing. So, you know, that alone eliminates that nigga because he was put in a situation, in a circumstance where he started telling on other men to help his circumstance. So therefore, he's not a pimp. See, what I hate about the so-called game and the street life, y'all will glorify anybody that y'all see in a Bentley, a Phantom, S550, Maserati, and y'all would just put him above everybody simply because of the materialistic things. But say, man, in the P game, there's some prerequisites for things. Basically, there's some prerequisites that you must fulfill in order to be able to profess and possess that particular title. In order to do what's vital to that title, you got to be a man first. And if you telling on other men to basically save your ass and to basically take time off your sentence, then you never had an existence even in this shit. You know what I mean? Period. No, that nigga was never a pimp. He was sharp to those that wasn't sharp. You know, anybody that's sharp, just a typical average nigga that just came from an urban community. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know the land of Milwaukee know that Milwaukee niggas is fast talking, slick talking, manipulating, con artists, conversationalists, representatives of the streets ass niggas, you know what I mean? Just like Chicago, Detroit, like I told you, man, in the Midwest, if you not a fast nigga, stay the fuck out of the Midwest. You know what I mean? Because you're going to meet some of the most shiesty, craftiest, no heart, you know what I'm saying, steal from you, help you look for what they stole from you ass niggas. Niggas that will buy you drinks at the bar and plotting on basically texting other niggas to get you killed at the bar. Them the type of niggas that's in Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Just the Midwest, period. But mainly them three places. You know what I'm saying? Like, just no heart. You know, niggas that's gonna play on you to play you. Niggas that's gonna game you to gain off you. You know what I mean? Niggas that's gonna manipulate you so they can accumulate off you. If a nigga want them bitches and he can't knock them bitches, he gonna be just like a bitch, plotting, rationalizing, organizing on how he gonna sit up there, you understand me, and abolish your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? And Snooki had them same rat, bitch ass qualities about him. I'm just keeping that thing all the way 100, man. A lot of y'all not gonna like what I say because just like Santa Claus, you niggas is like little kids. You know, when if I tell you that Santa Claus is false, you know what I'm saying, then you don't like me no more. Well, you ain't gotta like me. I can get 2,000 dislikes for this video. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm not gonna lie about nothing. I got a lot of problems, but telling the truth just ain't one of them. And that nigga was not no pimp. Furthermore, let me also say this. Pimps don't fuck with kids. Contrary to popular belief, contrary to what the media and what they telling y'all, and you know, the depiction that you're getting from television, you know what I'm saying, that definition that you got of pimps as these like predators that's looking for praise and looking for girls that's under 18 or looking for girls who don't have a right frame of mind, you know, and all of that shit, that's false, my nigga. That's false. You know what I'm saying? All of this, make your next move your best move, and come on, baby, everything will be real smooth, hanging out at the Greyhounds with 80 pounds of sugar, waiting for a 16-year-old to get off the bus from another state. Hey, man, that's not the way that a pimp put, you know what I mean, his ties in his collection plate, man. You know what I mean? That's not the way he do things. You know what I'm saying? A pimp got character. A pimp gonna have class. And most of all, his character is gonna be greater than his money. It's gonna be greater than his hoes, because the behavior and character of the king must be greater and above his kingdom. So with that being said, man, no, man, that nigga was not no pimp. Stop saying that. You ain't gotta ask me no more questions in my inbox, because any nigga that's gonna beat on little kids like they're a grown ass man, how the fuck is he the pimpin'? How the fuck is he even a man? Any nigga that sit up there and tell that's been, first of all, number one, when Pimps Up Hoes Down even came out, if you go according to the paperwork, if you go do your research, you'll find out that he was working with them people even then. You know what I'm saying? So all them players balls, them clown balls and shit like that, man, a pimp ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You know what I'm saying? The pimp gonna stay away from that shit because, you know, the clowns is there, the feds is there, but it's good because it's gonna keep the limelight off the authentic, because the real understand that the limelight is too bright for the real. So with that being said, man, you know what I mean, that nigga never was a pimp. Do you ever think that a pimp is gonna take his pimping and get on Jerry Springer and tell you that he pimping? You know what I'm saying? Do you actually think that? Huh? Nah, pimp ain't gonna do that, man. I mean, you just gotta be able to think. Like me, I'm not a genius, I'm not intelligent, I'm not articulate, I'm not none of them things. I'm just a nigga, a common nigga that got common sense that's not common, which makes me uncommon. You know what I'm saying? But if you're too slow, you won't get it. But, you know, with that being said, man, you know what I mean? No, he was only sharp to those that wasn't sharp. You know, y'all glorifying a snitch-ass nigga to be a legend. Alpo ain't no motherfucking legend. Snooki ain't no motherfucking legend. Nicky Barnes ain't no motherfucking legend. Who else? Your boy for the American Gangster, Frank Lucas. He ain't no motherfucking legend. Rick Ross ain't no motherfucking legend. Say, man, this one thing I love about the city of Chicago. If you do your research on our gangsters, our D-boys, our pimps, you know, people that was legends in the streets, there's no snitching on their name. Now, name other areas who's impeccable, infallible, you know, just perfect like that. Perfect representation. Give me a location that got perfect representation like that. I'll wait. Because Fluky Stokes didn't have no snitching on his name. So I don't know why y'all haven't given that man his movie or documentary, you know, put out something about Fluky. Because just to keep it 100, Fluky was a D-boy, but man, with the way that he talked, the way that he moved, you would have thought he was a pimp. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being 100, man. You know, you look at them other areas, they reputable in some things, and they might have a few reputable people that was respectable. But at the same particular time, it's always something that you're gonna be like, a street nigga gonna be like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, Rick Ross named himself after Rick Ross. You know, what a coincidence for a police officer to name himself after a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, man, like I said, I ain't gonna speak too much on this. Snooki was not no pimp. He was a child molesting, sex offending, snitching ass nigga. And I could get 2,000 dislikes for this. I already know different P's gonna hit my phone laughing and shit like that. You know, like I said, I'm not a pimp. I don't want to be a pimp. I think it's overrated. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way that it was. But because of me being from where I'm from, I was blessed to be in the presence of gangsters, D-boys, max players, and pimps. And because of the authentic definition that I know of the pimp game, you have to have character to be a pimp. And that man didn't have no motherfucking character. This nigga been snitching since Jesus was crucified. Pimpin' Ken gave him the motherfucking Pimp of the Year award, and the nigga was snitching there. So you tell me if them so-called clowns balls is something that a pimp should be at. The feds is there. You got niggas that's fucking with the feds. And how you gonna glorify a nigga? See, when you a pimp, that means that unless you got a, you know, you can have a business, but, you know, a pimp's business is out of a whole ass. And if he not sitting up there checking it, them dollars, you know what I'm saying? If he not checking his currency out the pussy, then just to keep it all the way 100, he's not no P. He's not doing what's vital to his title as a P. So if he basically, how you gonna sit up there and say a nigga a pimp and he getting money from the feds? He getting money from, you know what I'm saying, bitches that don't know no better. And, you know, how could you classify and glorify this man as that when he's snitching and presiding over children that's younger than 18 years old? Y'all just give the pimp title to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to stay on this too long. I already know I'm going to get some feedback. I really don't give a fuck. As you can see, I really don't give a fuck about views. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When I get on my inspirational, motivational thing, that's really the only way that it counts, because I'm endeavoring to empower the youth. But since y'all kept begging me and getting in my inbox, asking me about this snitch ass nigga, I decided to bless you. You know what I'm saying? But there it is. As I like to say, simplicity. Look forward to my new videos that'll be coming up pretty soon as well. But, you know, I got to get moving, man. I got things to do. But I hope y'all live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Stay blessed. Stay away from snitches. Stay away from niggas that glorify snitches. Y'all already know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If you following Lowski, after that nigga told you that Alpo was his favorite gangster, you fool for still even being subscribed to him. And I'm done with that. One.
$3,000 for crack in 45 minutes. Word life. I'm like, yo, check this out. Yo, let's go to New York. Now, I just want to go shopping and chill, you know what I'm saying? So we get to New York. So we have to train in New York. First, let me go back. I had to call, get my car towed back home. That was like 200 some change, whatever. I'm all right, cool. Just park it right here. I just get it fixed later. So then we go. So I make my money. We go to New York. So we in New York. And I'm like, yo, fuck that, yo. Let's go to Queensbridge. I know a lot of guys out there. I know this chick that live in the Queensbridge projects. He's like, oh, true. Let's go. Fuck it. So we hop on the subway. I forgot what train it was. You know what I'm saying? We hop on a subway, go to Queens, right? Queensbridge. So boom, I walk in the house. I walk through there. All the people see me, right? The people that see me, they didn't know me. So I'm going to see this chick. We're going to see this chick. So we go up in her house, shit. She lived on like, what is it, 5th floor, some shit like that. Get up there. So we chill her girl there. We doing what we do. We go out, we bugging out, you know what I'm saying? We go out to eat, go to the movies, go shopping. So we going back to her crib and shit. Back to the project. So we go back. It's a bunch of niggas.
The past few years, the fact that his mother is now deceased, saw his father's name, found his brothers, his cousins, and I'm pretty sure I may have found an ex-girlfriend. And I found also Facebook pages for these people that are closest to him, Instagrams for people that are close to him, and I could not find this man anywhere on social media at all, nowhere. And it was getting to a point where I had fallen down such a rabbit hole that I was delirious and so tired that I couldn't concern myself with the fact that I couldn't find him on social media anymore. So I went to sleep, and I went to sleep with the light on, which is really odd for me. I sleep with all the lights off, so I was literally petrified of the dark. I am a grown woman, and I was petrified of the dark. And just because you're grown doesn't mean you shouldn't be scared of the dark, but just me as a person, I'm not scared of the dark. Like, that's never really been an issue for me. I woke up the next morning and I felt better, I felt more well-rested, and I felt better about the fact that I had gotten through a night and it was daytime, and I just felt better in the apartment during the day. Fast forward to me being at the end of me getting ready. I'm looking around for paper towels, and so I'm opening all of these cabinets in the kitchen trying to find paper towels. I stumble across this receipt for rent paid, and I take a look at it. I confirm that the apartment